Hi everybody, this is Ronald, the rules lawyer. You do not see me on the screen because I am simply helping with the setup of the stream. I regretfully cannot participate in today's game because of some exciting activist work I'm doing and lawyer work, which are the same a lot of times for me. So I'm just going to hand over the reins to our GM, Sean / SwingRipper, who's going to head things off today.
That's me. And this is going to continuing. I think this is part 3 of the actual live plays.
It is part 3. It's part 4 of the campaign. Which, if you want to see how it all begins, just saying. And it's part 3 of the actual plays.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cucked your bit.
4th video on the playlist. But anyway, so where we left off, does anybody want to give the summary of last time?
So, we were traveling to the native lands of our friend Settler in an attempt to get a potion to restore his legs as they were crushed by a cruel DM and a dragon.
I mean, I don't make the rules. What can I say?
You should have seen the dragon, though.
It was.
No,
it was
have
amazing.
you seen? You should have seen the dragon. Exactly. You should see the other guy.
We managed to slay the dragon, get out of the dungeon. We met up with a friend of ours named Jonah, played by Raul. We picked him up, and when we made it back to town, we picked up yet another adventuring companion, Seamus, played by our lovely Tabletop Bro. And the journey took us to Settler's Lands, where we needed to acquire Troll's blood to make the potion. We acquired that through an absolute failure in stealth and a whole lot of luck.
Yeah.
And Milburn, unfortunately, sticking his hands into a troll's wound and holding it open while it bled. And now we have to take this blood to the orcs to make it into the potion. And something tells me that's not going to be as easy as we think it is.
What would ever make you think that?
Oh, please. Me do something dangerous in these woods? Psh.
It would also help if I switched my monitors, because my camera's over here and I'm talking over here.
I mean, we've already paid an arm and a leg, so...
2 legs, sir. 2 legs, to be fair.
Yes, you're right. 2 legs.
Well, the dragon got a buy 2, get 1 free deal, so...
So the last thing I remember happening was myself and someone else, I can't remember who, like the courageous warriors we are, we ran screaming from the battle, running for our lives. I forget who the other person was.
You and me.
It was Dorwit.
Ah, yes, of course. And then I guess we regrouped with the rest of everybody.
Eventually regrouped, settled down for the night.
Yes.
As the night was beginning to come to a close, you saw a flickering light out in the distance.
Oh, the will-o'-the-wisp.
Here. Gonna look at the stream. Because, like, I'm using force pings to move around Ronald's perspective.
That's very cool, Bateman.
Neat.
Let's
So
see
I have the
Paul
stream
Allen's
open to see what Ronald's camera is looking at.
It was moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it moved.
So I'm going to unpause and let the game commence.
I love that I can see all of your cursors. Anyways.
There you go. When you get older, you got to get the readers on so you can see crap.
Like the Ghost of Christmas Future. Anyways.
Also, I'm going to make Dorwit token invisible. He's still with the group if he can come back, but
Okay.
we're just going to hand wave him away for now.
He's off doing wizard things.
I mean, he's a
So
wizard. He could
distracting.
just hand wave himself away.
Yeah.
Typical wizard.
I just lost track of Dorwit. That's what really happened.
So
Yep.
Anyways, not a lot of people know this about trolls, but it was theorized that they first originated, some cultures say in the pits of hell, others say that, more logical sources say that they come from mountains far off to the east. Some people don't even say they're from this world. It seems that every single culture has some sort of creation mythos to the troll, yet they are found in every single culture on the planet, which I find very what is anyone listening to me? Is anyone paying attention?
I am.
What?
Oh, were you saying something?
What?
Were you saying something?
Well, I was just talking about the origins of trolls. I thought
Oh.
it's a very fascinating story.
I just thought it was the crackling of the fire as we were settling down.
That's brutal,
Sure.
sir.
Just an outgrowth of the natural world. Wherever plants exist,
Yeah.
so are trolls. It's a symbiotic relationship. They have to exist to keep an ecosystem in check.
Naturally.
Oh.
Did you go to college?
People just know this. It's like woods training.
Did you know this, Milbert?
I did not, but I try and spend the absolute minimum amount of time in the woods because there's bugs and spiders and trolls out here. So just yet another reason
it's also
never
a
to live in
great
the
way
woods.
to find 3-piece suit.
Wow.
But if there weren't trolls, think about how many more bugs and spiders there would be.
I don't think trolls eat bugs and spiders.
Yeah, but they eat the things that eat the things that eat the bugs and spiders. It's a
So theoretically, if there were no trolls, then there would be more predatory creatures to eat the bugs and spiders. Therefore, there would be fewer bugs and spiders.
there's like multiple steps in the chain. You know, you got the trolls, which eat the wolves and the giant, like, you know, murder creatures that aren't quite things. And then you have those murder creatures eating the elk and whatever. And then I don't know what elk eat, whatever, plants. But
Yeah.
spiders live in plants, and so, you know, you got fewer. Look, ecosystems are complicated networks. You can't pin it all down to such simple things as, well, logically, if you eat one thing, it'll change this other thing. It's just that the trolls, they have this impact on the ecosystem. I mean, clearly they're not totally normal animals. There's some magic going on over there, so maybe it's the magic's fault.
You should go to a college and give a lecture. I bet students would find this fascinating.
Where
I don't know
do
if they're any
we?
nearby.
Where do we see? Which way is the light in the distance?
It
Down
is.
and to the right.
It's
Oh,
down
wow,
to
they're
the
actually-
right, which does make it
Oh, okay.
southeast.
I actually
Yeah.
did not even see that you had the glow going down there, sir.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you not see his forced ping? Damn.
That forced ping.
It didn't move it didn't move me down there last time.
Huh. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I will
Ping was not as forced as you claim.
yeah, as we were discussing the nature of trolls, I will kind of weigh, like guys, just point. Now is this look like torchlight, like somebody walking with a torch, or does this look like more like Will-o'-the-Wisp?
You wouldn't. I'm gonna let you decide, but usually torch effects look like what your campfire is, where there's just like this brief like flickering.
Can you give the exact Kelvin of the light that is coming in?
But you see, this one over here,
Yes.
it doesn't seem to be coming from a single source of any kind.
But is it like a blue light, like an orange light? Like, where is it on the light spectrum?
It's slightly tinted yellow.
How many candle powers is it? There we go. That's what we need to know. Important stuff.
Actually, Andrew, Kelvin is the official measurement of light. Okay.
Is it really?
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
Kelvin a measure of heat, though?
it's a measure of heat and temperature, but it is also a measure of light, and
Nice.
like
Right.
how warm or cold the light is.
Sure.
This can be lots of things.
I'm a video
that's
editing
fair. There's a lot of ways
professional.
to
I
measure
do
it.
know this. Anyways,
But you can see like patches of darkness appear in the light before they fade away for this ghostly glow to then come through. So it's a constantly shifting glimmer of light with a few orbs dancing in the middle.
So it almost looks like a reflection off water or something, where it comes and goes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to sleep with that, because that's literally that far away, right? That's super close.
It is that far away, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to sleep with that tonight because if it's anything bad, it's just going to come and eat us, like the troll tried. So,
Well,
is it getting closer?
Yes.
I would say,
it's moving.
God, I would like to discern realities here, by looking closely, and
squinting.
I would say, like, because it's an orangish light, my experience underground, living in the dwarven cities, would give me a bit of a knowledge, and so I'm gonna roll.
I'll let you roll your discern realities. Go for it.
Thanks, man.
As you
Let's fucking go.
stare into an animal
Let's
race.
go.
Oh, I just black screened.
No, well, I rolled a 13.
Okay. Ask your 2 questions.
Well, so I look at this light, and I would say maybe it looks a little bit familiar. I'm sort of familiar with warm forms of light, so I should know what should I be on the lookout for?
I am going to say that this is clearly an unnatural being of some kind, and unnatural beings in this forest tend to be dangerous.
What is about to happen?
It depends on if you decide to follow it or not. It's beckoning you to follow.
Oh, motherfucker. And what here is not what it appears to be?
The balls of light aren't just balls of light.
Now listen here, everybody. The balls of light are not just balls of light. We should proceed with caution. I volunteer Castor.
Just Castor's staring at the fire, just completely oblivious to the conversation.
I'm not sure if me refreshing would do something weird to Roland's perspective, but I'm gonna need to risk it because I can't DM on a gray screen.
Not with that attitude.
All right, I volunteer Jonah.
I volunteer my bird. No.
Yeah.
So we are here. It is the nighttime. There is a strange glowing light in the distance that's slowly becoming less and less in the distance. This is a state of affairs that I don't believe has ever ended well for anyone ever. And I feel like we would lose a little bit by going up and approaching because I have no desire to get glowing lighted, whatever that would consist of. But we don't really have any better options, so I'm gonna stow my bow, pull my axe out, have my bird nearby, and attempt to get slightly closer before, I don't know, taking a better look. See if I can discern any more realities.
Sure.
I will stay about 10 feet behind Jonah, just in case something goes sideways. Kind of trying to keep in the shadows.
Go ahead and roll discern realities.
Let's go right here.
Realities are not discerned. I will, however, mark XP. I'm like, yeah, that's
you feel very comfortable inside its aura of light.
Uh-oh. It's probably fine. It's making me... What's the worst that can happen?
What is the worst that can happen, indeed?
Famous last words.
Wow. Yeah.
Would anybody else like to attempt anything?
No, I'm watching. I'm not trying to figure out what it is. I'm gonna let Jonah figure that out. I'm watching for threats from the shadows.
The light starts to move away. Again, beckoning you to follow. It isn't forcing you in any way.
Yeah, just like, hey, you should probably come over here. I'm gonna communicate to the rest of the party. I think it wants us to go closer.
Yeah, but what is it?
Jonah, would you not know from your time in the woods what something like this is? Like, no offense, man, but I feel like you'd maybe know some lore that you could spout.
From your rangering?
What do your elf eyes see? I know you're a human.
I can have a go at my human eyes. It's a little awkward having big glowy things at night in the forest, so I'm not sure how much is in my forte. But let's see what it is. I'm gonna attempt to spout
Spout lore.
lore about this. Oh, there's the 9.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right. And since you spent so much time in the woods, you identify, and given the nature of these woods, you believe that the floating orbs are actually lost souls. And you know that lost souls love company.
I remember this arc in Lord of the Rings.
All right. Well, you know that thing I said earlier about how they want us to follow them? How about we not do that? You know, as it happens, lost souls tend to only become lost in moderately violent ways. At least, certainly not ones you want to experience. So, it is my informed opinion as a ranger and denizen of the forest that none of us want our souls to become lost at this time.
They're not going to try and do anything, are they?
That remains to be seen. My understanding is that they tend to trick their victims more so than outright attack. So if we don't interact with them, we should be reasonably safe.
If that's the case, I'm just going to mosey on back to the fire and sit my behind down.
That seems wise.
I like knowing where my soul is.
Somebody said they're back. Is that Ronald?
Oh, I said, "Oh, welcome back," because Seamus just came and sat down by the fire again.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you got to recognize when you don't want any piece of any business, and this is some business that I don't want a piece of.
Jonah, could you roll a discern realities for me?
Oh, okay. Let's get some more XP.
Yep.
Come on.
Let's go.
I will get some more XP.
That's more XP.
Yay!
Woo!
But also
And
horrible.
the woods are really dark. Can't figure out what's going on.
That is true.
Your human eyes just can't pierce.
Right. Damn. Yeah.
All right. And with that,
I'm gonna sit back down. I'm gonna sit back down with Seamus. I'm like, yeah, souls are the souls of the lost. Yeah, I'll pass.
We don't need to be following any sort of dark souls that find themselves in these lost woods. That's how you end up with Bloodborne. Sorry. That was so dumb. I once heard about this champion named Sekiro who found the Elden Ring. I'll stop. Oh! What is this thing that just rolled up?
just the being of shadow. When you first notice it, it just vanishes without a trace.
Just. I like the way he says that. Just.
You son of a bitch! You stole this from Doctor Who.
Say we can fight 2 Doctor Who villains in one episode, one session.
Yeah. Okay.
And you notice something. Your fire begins to get darker.
Oh no.
I think I'm considering drawing my sonic axe right now, just in case.
I will. Well, I mean, if we saw something and then it disappeared, I will definitely draw the wyvern tooth daggers and going to.
The animals also seem spooked.
Seamus definitely will draw his bow, but as he draws his bow, it's not like a cool epic like Avengers Assemble kind of way. It's like, I'm in danger, and this is the only thing I have, and I am not super comfortable using it.
The moment Rations the Third starts getting a little spooked, I'm going to give up my defensive position, run over, and start petting him, trying to calm him down.
All right.
Try and get at least his bit back in, so that we have some reins, and then maybe try and tie him to the rock or tie him to one of the larger bushes, so that it just doesn't. He can't just pull it out and leave.
Smart.
Yeah. I'll keep. And I'm gonna keep watching the area with one hand on the donkey, one dagger in the other hand.
I am hiding behind Jonah and Castor with my short bow drawn.
And Castor has his signature weapon drawn.
All right.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
And as you ready for a fight, you see one of those shadow beings reappear, with its form constantly shifting between different states. What do you all make of it? It doesn't seem to be actively hostile at the moment. It seems more confused.
Drew is disturbed by the circle with the creepy smile. I just want to tell you that.
Yeah.
Good. And
is.
notice how it has no border.
I didn't catch it
Yeah.
earlier. It was just a black dot earlier, and then you dropped it back on, and I was like, it has teeth. That's
Human
not
teeth.
cool.
Yeah.
As you see the head transform to more of like a cat as its ears perk up, and it turns sideways as the mouth begins to extend with rows and rows of teeth before going back in.
As it does this, old Seamus. Now, this might not be the best time, but this honestly reminds me of a story that I heard one time when I was a little boy about a cat demon and I'm doing my arcane art to give +1 d4 forward to damage. I look behind me and I look at Castor and Jonah. Which one of you two looks like you're gonna kick more ass? That is the question.
Castor. It's
Castor. All right, Castor, you get +1 d4. It's like now. Here's the thing, Castor. The thing about these sorts of demon creatures is that you need to remain calm and steadfast. But that's the thing, and he just starts rambling on. I'm sure you are not paying attention.
I have paying attention this time because it's a unnerving situation.
I'm
As
going
he's
to
just
have
nervously.
Seamus roll to spout lore to see if there's any truth to his stories.
I'm doing my arcane art, man.
You're doing your arcane art, however, it's also a spout lore. Because I said so.
Okay, all right. Very cool, very cool. All right, let's go.
You know from talking with Settler, this matches his description of the Great Claw, except it's smaller.
Oh, fuck me. Now, so here's the thing, okay? So in Orc society, there's a thing called the God of Death. And this is it.
Well, we flirted with it before.
That's worked out fine in the past.
And
You flirted with it
Milburn
before. I'm just gonna
recognizes its aura. It's the Fog of Death.
Oh, good heavens.
It's been watching you for a while now.
I'm going to move myself and Rations away from it. Shoot. I don't want to have to. How do you stab death?
How do you stab death? That is a good question.
With lots of life.
Getting stabbed yourself, I suppose.
Now, the
Sure.
only solution is laughter. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
And you hear
I peed
its
my
neck
pants, I can't finish
snap
the
as the
joke.
head turns upside down, and out of its mouth
fun.
comes, "Who's there?"
I peed my pants. I can't think of the rest of the joke.
It seems to get a chuckle out of this before vanishing back into the night.
Well, it's gone. That's
You know
nice.
what? Let's head back to town. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Troll, creepy death thing.
Is there a river nearby? I wasn't joking when I said I peed my pants.
You should have wore your yellow pants.
I don't own yellow pants.
You do now.
Oh.
Well, fortunately, you wore your brown pants.
I did wear
So-
my brown pants. Blends in,
Alright.
sort of.
Well, there is a river nearby. I'm just gonna go take a quick gander at the maps I've prepped, because I did prep a river.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know if I
And
want to go to the river
just,
by
prep it.
myself at night.
Castor turns to the group. You guys stay behind, and I will guide us to the river.
Sounds good.
I mean, look, I can wash my pants later. It's no big deal.
I think we could all use some water. Preferably a little bit more upstream, though.
Let's make some coffee. Should make some coffee tonight. Yeah. So.
Who needs to sleep anyway?
Alright, you should be able to move to the Swamp River map.
I love this.
Oh yeah, Swamp River. Not just any normal river.
I'm back at the YouTube stream, and it's black screen. Cool.
It's trying. I don't know if it moved him over to the new map.
I don't know if it did either, and I don't know how to move somebody else to the map, which is unfortunate.
You can right-click on their name in the players list at the bottom left and hit Pull to Scene.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's good.
That's what I'm here for.
Tech supported.
I've got a lot of Foundry experience.
Then
Awesome,
I'm just gonna have him.
We're actually starting to use it this Tuesday in our Dungeon World game that I run.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So
Nice map too.
you're over at the river.
All right. You guys go do what you need. I'm gonna. I'll move right here with Donkey. Put Donkey between me and the water. Donkey.
I'm gonna say Donkey does not slip and fall into the river.
I appreciate that.
Oh,
And I will
wait.
keep. I will keep watch.
Caster walked over some quicksand.
Oh, great. I was just walking, trying to make
And then
sure that
your
I was
foot
keeping
just
a perimeter.
Gets stuck in the ground.
Well, the good news is quicksand is nowhere near as dangerous as they make it out in the movies.
Yeah, but this is a movie, right?
This is true.
Okay, to be fair, it is these woods. Do you think anything is safe?
This is true.
No. Help? I've
I
got
will,
one hand.
High five. No.
I need. No.
Oh,
I'm stuck in some sand.
I
I
will
don't
throw
care
him.
if your pants are wet.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to throw you the reins of Donkey and have rations back up and pull you, and should be able to easily drag you out.
Okay.
yeah, we do have a lot of rope, so should work out fine.
Well, now I need to go wash myself off. Get all that sand out from.
All right. So I'm going to say that this would probably be like Donkey rolling it. I'm just going to say roll me a flat 2d6, and we'll just see how that gets you.
Hey.
I'm going to say it's
Donkey.
Milburn's roll, because
8 plus whatever the Donkey's strength might be.
yeah. I'm going to say the Donkey's strength is a +1, because that just makes sense to me.
Okay, cool.
And you manage to pull him out a little bit, but it seems like the foot is caught on something. And
Like-
for you, Caster,
Boy.
you feel like something grabbed your ankle, but it might just be
Boy.
a branch.
It's
But
not
it might
just a
not be a branch. When has it ever been just a branch?
My
Big
forced
deja vu of my
senses tell
session
me
last
it's
night.
not a branch.
I think something just grabbed my leg.
Kick it in the face.
I can't move. It's covered in sand.
All right, I will try and I'll grab the reins and try and help Donkey get this out.
I'll come drifting out of the shadows at this point.
I will
All right.
also aid in the cause. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
So you,
incoming.
yeah, incoming. You see a? Can you show them like my my token art?
If I
Looks very
do
nice.
that, it would show up on Ronald's screen and never go
Oh
away.
yeah, and never go away. You're right. So I'll just describe it to you then. You can zoom in on my guy maybe, but I have. He is an elf. He's dirty. He's got a scarred face, these long fingers, and he's wrapped in vines and leather armor and like plant shoulder plates and chest piece. And he's got these horns like antlers growing off his head, and his hair is full of twigs and sticks. And he comes out of the woods, out from behind something, and says, "Be careful, friends. This is where the orcs dispose of their dead."
That's very cool, Bateman. Let's see Paul Allen's
Well,
druid.
this
I'm
one on
sorry.
my leg doesn't seem to be very dead.
Well, death is complicated, as we just witnessed over at our other campsite. I think I'm gonna roll out and try to aid in the cause. I've got some ropes.
I will also do such a thing.
Yeah, I would help out as well.
Yeah, I'm just like, this guy just like shows up, and I remember you posting that picture. That's a really awesome picture, and like he looks like almost like a nature-based tiefling, like a nature fling,
for sure.
you know. And like he just shows up and starts helping, and I'm just standing there like staring at this, like what looks like some wild bush just stood up and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you guys." And Milburn, I'm gonna look over at Jonah and be like, "Is that normal? I don't spend a lot of time in the woods."
I am giving the same look.
This is most likely not
I
normal.
look around and I see the apprehension on everyone's face. I say, "You find yourself in dangerous lands. You may need a guide."
We've been handling ourselves just fine, fellow traveler of the forest.
I'm gonna look at Jonah, look back at Caster.
Well, now here's the thing, friend. Now, I'm not from these parts, obviously, but where I come from, when a mysterious person approaches you in the middle of the night, usually when your friend is in quicksand, well, forgive me if I'm a little
The zombie
slow to
comes out of the
trust.
quicksand and starts to grab Caster's head to push him down further.
Okay, we need to make a move now.
Wait, who pushed my head down?
The zombie that
to your
grabbed your
left.
leg.
Another zombie came up behind you. There's still something else on your leg.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
This is a
Zombie.
deep pool.
Okay,
I run over and I try to aid Caster to get out of the pit using my incredible dwarvish strength that I don't have, but I'm going to aid him if he would like to make a defy danger roll to get out of the pit.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask how close my sword is, because I was holding that
You
when I got
can
it.
pull out your sword.
I can pull out my sword?
You can.
You have to
It's
let
only
go
up
of
to your
the
hips so
reins.
far.
You only have
Okay.
one hand, so you have to let go of the reins to draw your sword.
Yes.
We need your other
I will-
arm back.
I like the
Okay,
challenge.
You know what can happen though is you can keep pulling on the reins. I can take out my axe. I can crack someone on the head.
How about this? I will tie the rope, because it's just down to my waist. I'm assuming I have a pant loop that I can tie the rope to.
You have hooks on your armor that you can definitely snag it onto as you whip out your sword.
Okay, and I want to swing that sword at said zombie.
Go ahead and roll hack and slash.
Woo!
Big X.
XP. Here
Mark
we
the
go.
XP. As the zombie,
Yeah.
instead of going for the counterattack, as it's grabbed your head, with all of its might, pushing up from the quicksand, and now you're in past your belly button. As you can feel more things grabbing at your legs.
Okay,
I yell
yeah.
out,
These guys don't seem
"Careful.
very dead.
Where there's one, there's more."
God. I will I had to stab patrol. I stick my hands in it. Now I gotta stab a zombie in the face. So I'm going to dive forward. And at first I think I'm gonna try and stab it, but then Milburn's like, that's too much. And so I'm gonna so the way I picture it is he, like Caster's kind of like this over the pool, like trying to get out, and so the zombies like come up behind him, classic Jason's Voorhees coming out of the water to get you. So what I'm gonna do is just run and like jump and just drop kick the zombie off of him, so that I basically like land in front of him, Caster landing in front of Caster, and then I can try and like grab him and pull him out.
All right. I'm gonna say the only part of that you need to do is a defy danger strength, as you're relying on your strength to pull him out.
This is where it goes bad.
This is where it goes bad.
Because I have a crummy strength.
If I'm rolling poorly, that means you'll roll well this time, right?
I hope so.
Gambler fallacy.
Theoretically.
All right. I'm still learning this.
about probability in
Defy
that
danger.
80% on this. 80% chance that I'm
Defy
correct.
danger.
You click on the thing, strength. There we go.
Let's go.
Got a 7. It's not XP.
Well, defy danger with a 7.
Yep.
You begin to pull him out, and you get into this tug-of-war fight with the zombie. You get one leg, so that way the hilt, like the scour of the sword, is back out. And the leg with the zombie attached had it lose its grip for just a second.
I would like to pull out my short bow and shoot the zombie that lost its grip for just a second.
That one is under the surface of the quicksand.
I would like to shoot whatever zombie I could see.
You can try and shoot this zombie. Go ahead and roll volley.
Yup. Well, oh,
Hey, 7.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Seamus takes his short bow that he has drawn and like kind of shakily, like lets loose, an arrow, very poorly and shittily because he's peeing his pants, and is not used to this, and so the first shot misses and it flies right over the zombie's head, and he kind of is like, "Oh, get it together, man!" And he takes another shot and deals some.
It strikes true to the head.
Let's go.
But as you take a step forward,
Motherfucker.
you step into the quicksand. You now have a boot stuck.
Oh no, barnacles.
Not.
You aren't supposed to join me.
Well, look, man, this quicksand, it pulls me under. It pulls me underneath it, and I just try to get you out. Also,
Alright,
I deal.
go ahead and roll damage for the zombie.
Yeah, baby. Fuck me. I don't have any bonus to my bow, correct? I don't believe it.
You don't have any bonus to damage with this. It's just a damage die roll.
That's what I thought. Let's go.
3.
Can I turn into a snake? I'm assuming a snake would not be would be like
Let me
immune
finish
to some
narrating something real
quicksand.
quick. Let me finish narrating something real quick. The arrow goes clean through the zombie's head, but that isn't going to stop it. It now is keeping on going with this arrow through its skull.
Oh, they're not Walking Dead zombies.
They're animated by something much greater than any rules you could imagine.
Oh no, the fucking Great Claw.
All right, Big Matt, you're up.
All right,
Yeah,
now
I wanna
you
turn
can turn
into
to a
it. My
snake to
thought-
go across. Yep.
My thought is I want to be a constrictor snake,
Yeah.
so I can wrap around this guy and make it so it can't really use its arms to grab.
Okay. I will say go ahead and roll 2d6 plus strength for a defy danger strength.
Defy danger strength.
And I'm going to say that you turn into the snake because you're not really being too specific with it. An unconditional success as you wrap up the zombie, completely immobilizing it.
Easy. I can't. I'm a snake though now, right?
You are now a snake currently
So I
wrapped
can't
around
really
the
say
zombie.
any badass shit. I'll just be like, yes.
Sick.
Somewhere Lord Voldemort hears that and goes, nice. Or wait, sorry, he goes, nice. That's how he talks.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there's a emoji for restrained. Cool. There we go. I don't know the dungeon mode conditions that are in Foundry off the top of my head.
I can look him up for you.
Nah, I can see it by right-clicking and looking through the menu, but it's just like a menu that I need to click through. But anyway,
All right.
does anybody else want to do more stuff.
Yes. So, Caster, were you holding on to the reins of the donkey, or were you?
It is
did
tied
you grab the
to
rope?
a chink of my armor.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unhook since the zombie looks like it's been wrapped up by a snake, which is really cool in Milburn's opinion, because dude, please tell me like all of your animals still look like you, so like you're like a snake wrapped in vines that maybe looks like it's made out of bark
with horns poking through. The
Like,
horns always stay on the animal.
Little antlers.
You're like little Loki, like little alligator Loki with the little horns.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you still got the thorns all wrapped through you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unhook the reins. I'm gonna lean over since the zombie is restrained and probably won't bite my face. I'm praying, and I'm gonna take the things and I'm gonna loop it through the back belt of Caster, and then I'm gonna like jump back and like push Rations back, and hopefully with that leverage it'll skloop him out of the.
This requires a very tight hand movement in order to get the rope to properly attach to the armor loops.
Dexterous.
So, go ahead and roll Defy Danger Dex.
Defy Danger Dex, baby, yeah.
Defy Danger Dex, please, God, roll well.
Go, let's go.
No, but I'll take some XP.
And as you try and put the rope onto the armor and leap back, you put it on something that was sharp. It catches on the sword and cuts.
No.
Oh no. Oh man.
As this is happening, I want to try and force one of my legs to move and push off of the zombie.
Alright. Go ahead and roll Defy Danger Strength to power through.
8.
You push out your leg and push off the zombie, but that just has your other leg sinking deeper. You have one leg on the surface now, and the surface tension is holding it for now.
Great.
That's the end of your move.
I'm just ballerina pirouetted in the sand.
Fuck, there's no way that Seamus would know that. That is hilarious.
Fuck. Die in quicksand.
Dude, the quicksand.
I fought a dragon for this.
I know.
Hey man, Attila the Hun died of a bloody nose.
To be fair, it bled a lot, so like, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so
Alexander the Great had a cold or something.
all right, so Matt's got the zombie tied up. The rest of us are having a really bad time. What are you doing, Jonah?
Well, okay. So, guys are. I say this with the utmost, respect and appreciation, but
it's about to just
seem to be floundering around in this
Yes.
Now we've got ourselves a quicksand issue, and I.
Oh God, the teeth are back.
Some rope. Rope might be useful. I think there might be a potential use case for someone else having rope, and I'm gonna try and figure out how well I know how to lasso.
Okay, go ahead and make a Defy Danger Dex to try and lasso.
Yep.
He rolls a 6. Caster's now choking and sinking in quicksand.
Watch the rolls.
Let's go.
The 9.
You manage to get around his neck and help him pull out the other leg. You are now free of the quicksand, but not of the zombie's hand that is still grabbing your ankle from below the surface.
I would like to, as he pulls him out, I would like to, as I am also slowly sinking, I would like to grab hold of Castor, Mary Jane Watson, a la Spider-Man style, to escape the quicksand. Would that be a Defy Danger, maybe Dex?
I'm just gonna say you can do that.
All right, fuck yeah. So I do that, and I'm just like, Castor, you're my hero.
As you take a quick glance behind you, and notice your friend has returned.
It's the teeth. As I'm jumping forward to try and save my friends, I'm just like, you toothy fuck, help us or go away. And I'm gonna try. I assume it's a zombie that was in quicksand.
and then responds by going to the zombie. And you watch as past the snake, it turns one of its arms into a tentacle that bursts through its chest, and then expands, ripping the zombie in half, letting it fall back into the sand.
I slither away quickly.
And then it tilts its head at a 45-degree angle towards Milburn, looking for praise.
Thank you?
It gives you a very, very wide smile in return as it has its jaw extend.
Damn it! You
Thanks,
watched
and
Demon
I will grab and try and get Caster and Seamus out of the rest of the way out of the quicksand.
All right.
And as I'm pulling him out, I'm like, Seamus, you can't see the pee anymore.
You successfully do that.
Well, you see, that was my plan all along. Of course.
Oh, wrong song.
Oh God. I really thought we were done with quicksand.
Now, I'm not an expert in these parts, but I have a strange feeling we should probably get to town ASAGDP.
We are so bad in the woods.
Speak for yourself.
Well, maybe you just shouldn't be stumbling around at night.
Jonah, this is like your home. Like, this is not our home. It's like you. If you were trying to, like, go to a fancy upscale party, you wouldn't know what to do. Seamus is
shoot someone.
Seamus is a city folk like me.
Mm-hmm.
The town and the city, the bustle. You know,
universal healthcare.
Fair enough.
Wait, do you not have that where you're from?
Hey,
No, we do
Swing.
not.
Would I know of a place that I could take them?
You would know where the... I'm actually going to roll a check in secret to see how many places you know. The answer is yes,
okay.
however, I'm going to roll for how many.
I'll come up to... Are you still in snake form?
Yeah, I'm still a snake, but I'm listening through my little snake ears.
So, like,
so you know that there is a safe place in the elf village, but they don't accept outsiders. And then you also know where the primary orc tribe is that are currently being ruled over by Settler's brother, and where the orc tribe that is still loyal to the Great Claw remains. So you know 3 locations that they'd possibly be safe at.
And he probably knows of the town also, right? Where we actually
And he knows of the town that's nearby. However, in terms of inside the woods, those are the 3.
I gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. So I'll walk over and sit down in front of the snake, and I'm like, I'm Milburn. That's Jonah. That's Seamus. That's Caster. That's Rations the Third. Somewhere over here is an invisible mage. He's stuck invisible. That's Dorwit. Once you can talk again, we'll get your name. But thank you for trying to save our friend and restraining that zombie. We're really bad at this. Jonah is like our tree guy, but we're really bad at this. So we need to get out of here. So
as you're talking to me, I slowly turn back into an elf, and I cock my head and I say, "You call him tree guy?"
Yeah, Jonah. He's like he's a ranger.
I'm a guy.
We need to have a discussion.
Yeah.
Because I bet I could win the Pulitzer doing a expose on you, let me tell you.
The sap of the elder trees flow within me. I am the tree guy.
Well, okay. So Jonah is like the like lives in a tree guy. You are literally are you like flesh and blood? Or are you like literally a tree person?
Go ahead and touch me.
The viewer at home sees Seamus write literally a tree guy in his notebook.
I'll reach out and I'm gonna move around the thorns and touch a piece of your forearm.
Yeah, and it's kind of like barky. Yeah. I'm an elf, so it's fleshy, but there's definitely something going on there.
You're not like soft flesh like we are. Elves are
right.
Elves
It's
are
different.
With crust.
I love that. I love the look. That's a really cool concept for elves. All
Thank
right.
you.
Your name, sir? Or
My name is Maladar. I'm the warden of these woods.
Well, Maladar, thank you for your help. We could definitely use a guide. I don't know if you use money like most people do, but we got food. We can find some way to repay you, but we don't know the area well. We only know of a town, and I'm going to point at the direction of the town. We only know there's like a small town over that way. But we're actually looking for now.
Maladar knows you pointed in a completely wrong direction.
I absolutely did. I completely would have. This is not Milburn's element. Milburn is like.
I just rolled to see if you got lucky and pointed in the right direction.
No, absolutely
You did
not.
not.
Even if you were like you got lucky, I was like Milburn's not that lucky.
Okay,
but you know,
fair
we
enough.
go to a big fancy dinner. Milburn can hold his own, but out in the woods, Milburn sucks. So I got a question, Swing. Are we looking for Settlers Brothers tribe? Are we actually looking for those who are still loyal to the
You're
Great
looking for
Claw?
the spiritual tribe because Settler needs the potion to commune with the actual Great Claw.
So we're not looking for his brother's group.
His brother's group would kill you on sight, more likely.
All right.
Yeah.
So in this area, our understanding from a friend of ours is that there's a tribe of orcs that we don't want to see, and there's a tribe of orcs still loyal to the Great Claw. And we're trying to find the group loyal to the Great Claw. Any assistance you can provide. And if you can't come with us, if you could just give Jonah directions, I'm sure he can get us there as...
Do you mean to imply that our good friend, Jonah Darrowshire, doesn't know the way?
He's not from here.
Jonah, would you like to defend yourself?
You can find the way to places as you go.
Well, yeah, but if the guy knows...
Okay, so Jonah doesn't know his way, so you know what? Good call.
But if the warden knows where it is, then Jonah doesn't have to range to find it. He just ranges us there instead of, like, trying to find it first.
You can't really just range point. It's not really in the spirit of the whole endeavor.
Oh, this is true.
Remember, there was a wise woman in Bronze Hollow who once said, "It's not about the destination; it's about the climb."
What?
Well, there's an elven enclave not too far from here. They don't like outsiders, but they may be willing to offer us respite.
Okay. Are you familiar with the orcs that we talked about?
Yes, I know where both the bad orcs and the good orcs are.
All right.
Well, now that's just kind of distilling down morals into it.
You're right. It really is. They're all bad orcs to me. I don't like anyone who comes into my forest starts messing with stuff.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean,
I don't know anyone who'd ever do anything like that.
Nobody.
Yeah, absolutely no one.
Yeah, certainly not.
Sort of surreptitiously stand to hide whichever backpack has our jar of troll blood.
Yeah. As
we respect ecosystems here.
As a scholar of life,
even if we don't understand them.
As a scholar of life, I'd like to point out that there really is no good and evil in this world. It's all a matter of perspective, and it's all subjective. So, you know, anybody who's really diametrically opposed to you, you would consider evil.
As a scholar of common sense and philosophy, even if one is inclined to agree with someone, when one is lost in the woods, one does not typically challenge the philosophical views of the person who can get them unlost out of the woods.
It's a good point. That's a good point. Sir, Mr. Warden,
Maladar, please.
Maladar, if you'll lead the way?
Please get us out of here. I'm so fucking scared.
All right, I will attempt to lead the way. Wait, where are we going exactly? I have 3 ways I can take us.
Well, you suggested respite at the elves, which led me to believe, because again, I don't know anything about this area or the woods other than they suck and they're full of zombies and trolls. That implied to me that the orcs were further away than just getting there anytime soon.
Unless they're very close, in which case I would love to just beeline it for them, because these woods are...
Swing, how close are they?
The orc tribe, funnily enough, is actually on the way to the elves.
Well, how ironic.
Well, that's a coincidence that will probably lead to absolutely no blood being shed over anything.
No, of course not.
Okay, 1 second, gentlemen.
Well, by that I mean the orc tribe that you want to visit is in the middle.
Well, I love it when that happens.
Lovely.
Also, since Milburn said just a second, I will also take just a second because I need to fill up a water bottle.
Okay, I'll just a second as well.
Let's bring in the was it the Me channel background music? The boop 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 boop.
I'll pull in the closest thing I have on deck.
Do 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 do
Doo doo. Boop, boop, boop,
Oh
boop,
my
boop,
god,
boop,
dude, it's taking me
boop,
back.
boop, boop, boop,
boop
boop. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go fill up the water.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Just in case you weren't aware, everyone else took just a minute as well.
Noticed that I got back and nobody was here, and I was like, oh, okay.
Let me get some snacks. Oh wait, no, it's a little late.
Debating getting snacks and then at the same time.
It's like 5:30 here. In my dinner.
We ordered, since it's Mother's Day, my wife, Mika, was like, there's a favorite Chinese place that she has. So we got chicken on a stick.
Nice.
Ooh.
Man.
Like sauté chicken?
It's like teriyaki chicken on a stick.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you a fan of Criminal Minds?
I've actually never watched it. I've heard of it, and it sounds really interesting.
So, like 2 days ago, I heard a impersonation of a character on the show, and I thought it was really funny. So I've been working on it, but no one will be able to tell me if I nailed it or not. None of you watched it. This
Unfortunately
is the struggle
not.
of life.
All right, well, I'm back now.
Cool.
Seems like a bunch of people are also back, so...
Just waiting on Matt.
Yep.
Actually,
Yep.
Matt is not, in fact, back from
So
that
who's
impersonation.
Who's the character, Austin?
Dr. Spencer Reed. He's the young genius on the team who is like 24 and has like 3 PhDs, and he kind of talks like this.
Oh, this is really simple. I just watch a YouTube video with him.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for Matt to get back.
There we go.
I'm gonna pull the scene, everybody. So we can get through a loading time during a break.
Now, actually, that's a really smart thing to do. Did I nail it, Andrew?
1 second.
Suspense is killing me.
Out of curiosity, Jonah, have you ever GM'd a game yourself, or are you primarily a player?
Of what system?
Anything.
I've GM'd for 5e. I've done a little bit of GMing for Dungeon World. And I have had a few cracks at PF2, but that has been a little more complicated to set up. But I have a reasonable amount of experience.
Yeah. I was just curious because I think everyone in this group has DM'd at some point or another, or GM'd, whichever term you prefer.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Olympus 122. Here, I'll try and do it in the impression voice. Actually, Olympus 1221 was the one who said that I absolutely nailed it. Now, the thing is, I have to say actually whenever I start, because that's kind of my anchoring word that just throws me into the voice. Like for example, I do a great Australian accent, I think, and like my anchoring word there is always Melbourne or like Perth or Adelaide. So I'm just like, yeah, you ever been to Perth? You ever been to Adelaide? Like whenever I think I'm like starting to stray from it, I'm just like, yeah, let's go down to Perth. It made it really awkward when I met Dom, who is actually Australian. I'm like, oh yeah, you from like Perth? You from like Adelaide? And he's like, I'm actually from Perth, mate. And like, stop. And I'm just like, okay.
So, having grown up in Miami,
You grew up in Miami?
yeah, most of my friends, obviously, with the high Hispanic population down there, are Hispanic.
Naturally.
So my stepdad is Cuban,
Okay.
and so growing up, I would impersonate him because he would say things like he was like Betty. My mom's name was Betty. He goes, Betty, where's my crucifix? And she's like, you're what? He's like, my crucifix, baby. She's like, what are you talking about, Rigo? And he goes, you know, the thing they nailed Jesus to. She goes, your crucifix? So I made a character for a game called Rifts years ago, and his name was Paco Miguel de Guadalupe de Sanchez. And I played it as my stepdad's voice, and we're sitting in Subway here in Pensacola, and we're playing, and 5 like cholos walk in, and they're like, "What's up, dude? How you doing, man? What you doing up here?" You know, and I'm like, now I can't drop the accent, right?
Oh no.
Because if I drop the accent, it's gonna look like I was making fun of them, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
And they've got bandanas on, and I'm like, clearly they're in a gang. They got the gang tattoos, and I'm like, what up, man? And they're like, dude, what are you doing in Pensacola? I was like, dude, my mom moved us up here. You know, she wanted to get me out of Miami. He's like, dude, you're from Miami? We're from Miami. They're like, where'd you graduate? I was like, dude, I graduated up here, man, but I would have graduated from North Miami Senior High. And for like 10 minutes, all of my friends, who were all extremely white dudes, are just sitting there waiting to see if we're going to die that night. as I'm doing an accent of my stepdad, then 5 Hispanic gangers walk into a Subway at like midnight.
Yeah. That's a trip.
So doing an accent can get you in a lot of trouble at the wrong time.
Similarly, so back when I worked cold call sales, to stop myself from killing myself, I would do them in voices because, I mean, they're just gonna tell me to fuck off anyway. So like this one time, I was talking like I was from Minnesota, right? I'm like calling Mississippi, and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? You know, I give her my pitch, and then she says the worst thing ever. She says, I would love to hear more. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I wasn't expecting to get this far. Now I'm committed to the bit. Like, I cannot break this voice. Otherwise, she's going to know something is up. And so I closed her on $75 speaking like this the entire time. And then I called her for a follow-up, and I forgot I had done that. And I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, what? I'm like, what? And then she's like, what?
Tell you, man, doing an accent will get you in trouble every time.
Oh no, it's great. Sometimes, just for a laugh, I would like start speaking normally, and then like as I would be going through my pitch, I would slowly go into like a southern accent, and then like depending on how long we were going back and forth before they told me to fuck off, like maybe I'd bring it up a little bit more north, maybe like have a cup of coffee alongside with me, and then take it up to like New York, before just taking it back home to the Midwest, eh? That's more Canada, I guess. But anyway. Sean, are you ready for me to shut up so we can get back to the game?
I have been ready for a few minutes now, but I didn't want to interrupt.
You're fine.
I've enjoyed
that's
it,
beautiful.
honestly.
That's beautiful.
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a voice actor.
What's stopping you?
I don't know. I don't know where to start.
Me neither.
Why am I?
All right.
This stream is just going to need to deal with a gray box in the middle of it because I have no way to refresh Ronald's screen from far away.
I'm assuming it might just take him a second for it to load because mine just barely loaded.
Mine literally just
there we go.
Yeah, mine just loaded.
And I see
it
that
just loaded.
The stream is working too.
Okay. And here you are in the forest. You're guiding them through. Why doesn't?
Yeah, I guess that means I'm in front.
Yeah. What did you say your name was again?
Maladar.
Maladar.
I'm also gonna force ping to move Ronald's nonsense.
To move Ronald's nonsense.
There we go. I want to get everybody in frame. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maldar is not showing up on Ronald's screen. That's...
Yeah, that is really strange. That. Nope. Not the. Oh, there it goes. The second one showed up.
Second one showed up, and get rid of the first one. Yours can control the second one. Okay. Well, there we go. Now we are fully back.
Yay!
And now I'm going to have us undertake a dangerous journey.
I don't wanna. Like, we have a troll, and we have zombies, and we have quicksand. We've dangered ourselves out.
This journey's been pretty dangerous so far.
And it's a 3.
No, the anvil is actually the 6. It replaces the highest number.
Oh. It's a 9.
I just pinged that into chat.
Ah.
I would say you are traveling through hostile territory. Does anybody disagree with the trigger?
Nope.
I live here, and no.
Yeah. So choose one member to act as trailblazer, one to scout ahead, and one to be quartermaster. Who's doing what?
Okay,
I will scout ahead. So I'm the rogue.
I mean,
Trailblaze.
oh, all right,
Okay.
shit.
You handle
guess-
food, sir.
I will master the quarter.
All right. Everybody who is doing a job, roll plus whiz.
I don't wanna.
Baby. Yeah, let's go. Is that me?
Wait, that's the wrong character.
9.
Oh, how do I roll it from the sheet? Just click where it says wisdom.
I think so.
I'm gonna keep the 8, but
Well-
I'll remember that for next time.
If you go down to your moves, your
Like that.
special moves, there's undertake a journey,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just click on the horse symbol.
Funnily enough, everyone passes.
Let's go.
Nothing of like all those all those partial successes means it goes as expected, and you're traveling during daytime with a druid that knows the area and a ranger. So you have no other things trying to eat your faces.
Thank Jeebus.
You may celebrate now.
Thank you for giving me this.
You get
a
your
deep
well-deserved
sigh.
break. But now,
I'll be careful not to do that. I didn't realize it was gonna zoom the camera in.
Oh, you silly goose.
damn. No, it's zoomed in the entire time, so I just need to be careful about where I'm moving him. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I don't care. Okay. It just means I'm going to be conscious about how I'm framing things, so I'm going to be forcing a lot more now. I'm just going to go make sure that I'm thinking about the correct map, because my map names are kind of wacky. I need to put this thing up onto daylight mode.
It's low adding.
And
Ooh, that's loading really slow.
no, I haven't even pulled you over there yet. I am now going to activate it. I haven't even moved you to the map yet. Now you should be able to join the map.
Let's go.
Well, it was like 6%, 7%, 9%.
Yeah, mine's going slow too. 3 or 4% at a time.
Mine just sped up quite a bit though.
Okay.
Yeah, so did mine. Mine got to 15, then it was 30, 45, 60.
Now it's loading again.
And I haven't dropped your tokens on the map yet, so I'm going to just be dropping your tokens on the map at the bottom.
You know what's better than first loading? Second loading.
So when I'm running a game in person, I don't know if I've said this before. We call it a loading screen when I have to go look up lore.
Hilarious.
just because it makes it easier. And then they'll talk about like top tips. A Strix can ride an orc was the one from last week.
Oh, we're on the overworld map again. That's probably why it took so long.
Oh, it should not have brought you to the overworld map. What?
I'm loading a map called Exiled Great Claw.
That's
That is
also
the
the
correct
map
map.
I am loading.
Loaded the other one first.
I loaded Rough 1.
I'm stuck at 98%, but I believe in it.
Yeah.
You can do
I
it.
just tried to pull Milburn to scene.
It's at 98%.
Like I don't dare have us reload.
Right.
Probably
so-
better to just
Yeah.
have some patience.
And while we're doing this, we can cut to our first commercial break. This live stream is sponsored by no one.
Because we're not important enough yet. So if you'd like to
Who would
sponsor
be
us,
our ideal sponsor, though?
Wizards of the
I'm
Coast.
trying to think of like what are some
Definitely not any of
common
the
ones I
VPN
hear.
services.
I was gonna say Manscaped.
Manscaped. What if we
Definitely a very fun
combined?
sponsor.
What if we combined like two of them to make our own? Like you take like Manscaping and NordVPN, so it's like you know.
Nordescaping.
Just really cringe.
It's just a tiny axe.
Nordscaping.
It's a little tiny axe.
Yeah.
It's a grooming company tailored for Scandinavian gentlemen
And lumberjacks.
and lumberjacks. Sure.
It's not even showing any of you as trying to
hyper
connect
niche.
on my side.
Like IKEA
Weird.
meets
It's
Manscaped.
working on it.
Yeah.
Mine just loaded the you cannot switch scenes until resources fully finish. But
Okay,
That-
that's
that was a
when
good
I
sign
tried
last
all of
time.
you again.
that was a good sign last time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to touch anything yet.
Fair enough.
So the joys of home ownership. After last time, when I told you guys to shell out $1,400 to prevent my house from burning down. Now my wife Mika is like, I mean, I don't know. I'll use the exact words if you guys want me to, but she's like, something smells funny in the game room. So, but that is
Yeah.
not how she worded it in the message to me.
She said something smells like shit in the game room.
No, she said it smells like wrecked pussy in the game room.
Oh,
And so I go, okay. I'm like good wrecked pussy, or we're like, you need to go see a doctor type of wrecked pussy.
this
she goes,
is
"No,
the
it-
content that people need.
It is. But I mean, why describe
God.
something in a normal smell? When you can make up something that
Okay.
just really, the chef kiss for
Pushes
how
the
it
point.
smells.
So
Here's
Swing
your-
Ripper.
I noticed that whenever I
Story.
start loading a map,
Tell him to go smell
my
it.
ping report in Discord goes to like 999 ping, but it doesn't change how I hear everybody.
There you go.
Weird.
That's
Really weird.
Magic.
But I see that it's loaded the map. It just says I don't have any tokens in this map yet.
It just said that for me as well.
Y'all should
And
be
I
here.
got that forced ping.
Yeah.
Yep. I got
It's
the
still
first
at
thing.
98. It's gonna get there.
Can you
I
try
still have
reassigning
faith.
ownership of
I'm
tokens?
there with Matt. Matt and I are stuck at 98. And then every time if
I'm
you
gonna
click on
drag out
it,
all the PCs
Oh,
again.
I see my token now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drag them out again.
Me.
I had them already placed, but okay, there we go. Now you have 5 people there. And I need to reopen up the stream because I closed it to have you guys load faster.
there we go. I'm on the map.
Am I crazy or is something shifting on the screen? Okay, it's shifting.
You are not
Okay.
crazy. The
Okay.
fact that
I
shifting
thought my
means it's
eyes
working.
were playing tricks on me. Oh,
Yeah, around their campfire, there's a magic circle that is just spinning around them that forms a dome of energy. And if I were to transition
Oh.
it to nighttime, it becomes even more visible.
Dude, I didn't even see that until you mentioned it. And now it makes me dizzy watching it spin ever so slowly.
That looks a lot better in the dark.
It does look a
Yeah.
lot better in the dark.
So,
That's
but it's
hard to
daytime
watch.
when you get there. But that's the pattern of their circle of protection. And that also means the orcs at the camp did not load, which means I need to place them back in.
Because you're in and you're out. You're up and you're down.
Thanks, Katie.
These 5 are having a meeting at their campfire. And they see you approach, and they start pulling out their weapons, readying their magic.
Whoa! Whoa!
But
Just
Whoa!
way to steal from WoW, dude.
I mean, I was trying to find orc asset that wasn't completely...
No, you're totally fine.
I can go through the amount of assets I looked through for different pictures of orcs.
So they
Looks like
begin
we've found
drawing their
clips.
weapons.
They are drawing their weapons and just staring at you.
I'm throwing my hands up. Whoa! Whoa! It is absolutely not like that. We have fought a troll and zombies and quicksand. No.
And I elbow Milburn. Well, I throw my elbow, and I guess it would hit his head because he's a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah.
And I just go, "You're just provoking them to a challenge, my friend."
I don't have any weapons in my hand.
Yeah, but still.
But you're saying
talking
we
about-
fought a troll.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
you were
crap.
ripping. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Look.
Oh crap! It's like
Hello.
I'll just step
And you
back
hear,
behind.
How are y'all
this
doing?
orc here bellow, "Who sent you?"
Good friend of
Who's-
ours.
Who sent us?
He sent us to get a potion to fix his legs. Caster's just kind of rambling on the whole story.
Settler. His name's Settler. Settler sent us here to get the blessing of the Great Claw to make a potion with troll's blood.
You can see the name Settler be spoken, and then this orc just scoffs and goes back to the fire. He doesn't deem you worthy of being a threat.
I don't think these orcs deem us worthy of being a threat.
And I'm going to say, you said that out loud, right?
He loudly scoffs and turns back to the fire.
I think we're safe to go forward.
You said that out loud, right, Seamus?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, well, they clearly don't know that he killed a white dragon. Otherwise, they would be.
The fuck.
And then that orc turns back and then cocks his head and looks at you. And all the other orcs also turn to look at you as you enter the circle. And this circle is actually a spell that detects if you have hostile intent. And you do not have hostile intent, so...
Or is you? I'm just kidding. I don't have hostile intent.
They're pretty accepting of this.
See, this is all the sand people needed, and Anakin would have been just cockblocked.
Bruh. How would you guys like to hear a story?
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Take that.
I
As
don't
a
want. I don't want to get that close. I'm gonna get about there.
Mhm.
And we need your help.
You need help with a lot of things, says
Well, that's just
this
rude.
one here. What is it you need our help for?
We need to make a potion. I'll
A
pull out the
potion
vial
of legs grow back as it happens.
Skelly grow. I'll pull out a vial of the troll's blood. We need to make a potion with this so that our friend can commune with the Great Claw and earn the right to use his legs back. That's why he sent us here.
He would come himself, but he doesn't have any legs. They were crushed by
So
a giant white dragon.
your
Yeah.
friend decided to go by Settler and still believes that he has any right to the old ways?
I don't. Y'all know him better than me, so I'm just gonna.
You know what the
I'm gonna-
word settler
Let it be
means
known,
around
this
these
is called
parts?
role-playing, chat, because I, Austin, know all about Settler and his backstory.
Yeah.
I think you in character would too, because Settler regaled you of tales for like 8 hours straight.
All right, yeah, you're right. Well, you see, here's the thing, okay? He kind of took his own name because he felt shame based on, his situation of being forced into. It's a very long story, but moral of the story is he's not happy about it. And he's so not happy that he killed a white dragon and unfortunately lost the use of his legs. It happens. And theoretically, if we take this troll's blood, and I kind of like motion back, who has the troll's blood? This
I got
troll's blood, theoretically, it will restore the use of his legs, and he can, I don't know, make his name proud or whatever.
He can walk again. I think that's the big thing.
Well, that is the
Being able
big
to use
thing,
the
but
leg.
Could
you got to know. You see, Jonah. Here's the thing: you got to know your audience. Do they care if he walks again? Probably not. Do they care if he can serve the Great Claw again? Probably.
Fair point.
Might I chime in? I want to roll a parlay.
Oh yeah.
With what leverage? And what are you asking for?
The leverage is whatever we have left after making the potion, they can keep to make potions for themselves.
Okay.
Look at this guy.
So, they start discussing amongst themselves, and I assume you poke in with your offer.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll parlay.
Paw snip. Paw.
That's an 8.
Cheesy.
We have no interest in the rest of the blood. However, you seem a
However.
capable warrior, and this one speaks up. And I can tell that you are meant to be here. I can sense that the Great Claw has guided you here.
Yeah, we saw him last night, or some lesser version
You
of the
what?
Great
And as he says that, it's just another like.
Claw. Actually, it's like dunk.
Yeah.
You can feel a flash of hostile intent due to the sanctuary spell that then gets very quiet.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna.
What he
unless
meant to say was that we all experienced the sense that he was there with us.
yes,
He lives in our hearts. We have
Exactly.
accepted him as our Lord and Savior. And I glance at the orcs to see if I had said the right things to say.
They look at you with a heavy amount of distrust, but they're willing to go along with this for now because clearly you are chosen ones of some variety, and it's not their place to question the Great Claw.
Oh, thank Jeebus.
if you haven't noticed, Milburn has a talking issue.
If you are to help us fight and reclaim our honor, we'll give you the potions for free.
That's how it always is, isn't it? Every single story. It's never. I'm gonna stop talking.
Could you define fight?
Well, the old Pontac that deems himself Great Claw. And you all know that is referring to Settler's brother.
I lean into Seamus and I'm like, isn't it, like in a real whisper, not in like a Milburn whisper, but like, isn't that Settler's brother?
Seamus is like, yeah, that's Settler's brother.
Is he gonna be pissed if we kill his brother?
Well,
I don't know, but it doesn't really look like we have any options right now.
Good point.
Go on.
Yeah.
Well, if you help us with that, and we win the fight, you get that for free. He reclaims his honor, and, well, the forest becomes a lot safer. I assume you've noticed that the dead have become restless.
Yeah.
A little more than just restless. They seemed very lively.
They did, in fact, seem very lively. This
Because
is...
apparently, when somebody overtakes the god of death in the title game, the dead don't exactly stand for that.
Well,
I'm
This
guessing
is
that's
their
what
right, I
happened.
suppose.
Do you need to talk about it?
I've said everything I need to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna like spin around to the kind of look at the rest of the party and kind of like, guys, I don't think we have much of a choice.
I've had a nice day off of leading the party to the woods. I'm limbered up, ready for action. Let's
Yeah.
not game for
Maladar,
anything.
Maladar, I don't know if you want to help us with this. We're all doing this because we all work for an amazing company named Aubrey and Whitlock.
By the way, that roll is causing me to mark a point of EXP on Seamus's sheet.
Nice.
Hey.
We all work for an amazing company. And in our last contract, a friend of ours, the one that we're talking about, Settler, had his legs crushed in a battle with a white dragon. So you don't have to go through with this if you don't want to. But this is your home, so the way they're making it sounds like the orcs are bad for the area. So if you wish to accompany us, you are welcome for your help last night. But if you don't, I get it.
Against my better judgment, I am itching for a fight.
Oh, shucks.
Well, I'll spin back around to the orcs and be like,
I am going to ask Maladar to roll plus whiz for spouting lore on things in the forest.
Roll plus whiz for spouting lore on things in the forest.
Big Matt, have you played
You know
this?
that when the orcs mention their fights, a majority of them are one-on-one duels.
Do I want to warn the rest of you about that? I think I will. I'll say, you should know though, these orcs, they duel. That is their way.
I'll chime in. I'll take on the duel if it comes to that. Because
I'm not much of a
worst case
duelist.
scenario, I'm crippled. I'm without an arm, so he might think me weak.
I mean, there's no real need for us to respect that idea of a duel. If it comes down to violence, I believe that violence is best delivered to the fullest of our capability.
I could
We'll make the
always bore
potions.
them with the origins of these forests.
We'll make the potions, then at dusk, we go meet them.
Okay.
That gives you time to prepare. Okay, so what are you all doing with the rest of the day? I'm going to pause the dramatic music and go for some peaceful music.
Oh, yes.
You were playing music?
I was.
I haven't heard music this entire time.
Really? Huh.
Check your volume.
Yeah. Should be
Game
coming from the
Foundry,
browser.
I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I had my playlist turned way down. That's why.
Oh, you silly goose.
Because you know what? Last time it was really loud and I had to turn it down.
Yeah.
There we go. Dang it, I missed music this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
was
now
playing
think about the special effects noises.
Weirdly, I still heard all the special effects.
The special effects noises aren't attached to any of those volume sliders. I think I can volume slide how loud they are for everybody.
Oh, gross. What would I be doing? Give me a minute to think.
You have plenty of time.
Seamus is just kind of minding on his own business and writing in his notebooks.
I will. I'll see if I can snag a piece of paper from Seamus. scribble some stuff down, fold it up, write an address on the outside of it, and I'm like, if I don't make it back, and you see this gets to my parents, and I'll hand it to Seamus.
Well, that's bold of you to think that if you don't make it back, I'm also not making it back. I mean, let's be honest here, Milbird. If anyone's going to get killed here, it's going to be the two of us.
Yeah, but your legs are about 20% longer than mine, which makes you 25%, about 20% faster than me. So if we're running
Thus,
for our lives,
I'm able to relay it to either Castor or Jonah, and then they can relay it.
fine.
Fantastic. Before I meet my demise. Brilliant plan. I'm here for it.
Well, I don't know. I think that. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Really, I have a feeling we can win a fight.
Our entrails could become our X-trails.
Lucky in the past.
We could be partially consumed by horrible orcs and then left to bleed out and die slowly of our wounds after having been bitten a bunch of times. I have a really active imagination. Please don't ever ask me what can go wrong. I grew up really alone with just me and my sister, and so we did a lot of stories with each other, and yeah.
Someone play the sad boy Naruto music.
Right.
I don't have it on the playlist. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So yeah. There's a lot of things that could go wrong tomorrow. Heck, we tried to ambush a troll, and apparently trolls have way better hearing than I thought they did.
Everyone's alive, and we accomplished our goal.
True, but I had to stick my hands in a troll.
At least it was probably still warm, right?
That doesn't make it better. I guess it would be worse if it was cold and like sticky.
Yeah.
FYI, when you look at Milburn's hands, they're still kind of it almost looks like he has a sunburn from like mid forearm down from the poisonous blood.
Oh, acid blood. All right. You know, I'm inclined to say we should pause the planning, do some role playing, see how it all ends up.
What, like role play the situation tomorrow so that we're better prepared, or?
Look, we're sitting here thinking about possibilities, right? But in the end, it all comes down to the actions of those orcs, not ours. We're not going to be able to make significant difference in how the situation evolves. The only thing we can do is be well prepared to react. And really, I think that reactivity is where we've shined. We weren't planning to fight a dragon, but that worked out okay.
You're right.
It's an excellent
You're
call
right.
out. Who wants to train with the sword with me? In case it comes down to a duel.
Yeah, I probably need to polish up on my people stabbing skills.
Raise his hand. I'm familiar with how he fights. I'll tell you what you need to be ready for.
There we go. That sounds amazing.
There we go.
I need to get some sparring in. I'm getting a little rusty in the people stabbing part.
Before we get to this, though, Caster, if you're fighting the duel, I want to ask you, how honorable do we want to play? Like, what are the guidelines on me putting an arrow through someone's skull who you've challenged to single combat?
Outside interference renders the entire duel null and void. You sacrifice all of your honor, and you all get slaughtered.
Jonah, that's the biggest no I've ever heard in my life.
Okay. I'm not going to take any options off the table.
Even poisoning your weapon would be considered a validation of your oath.
Oh, come on. Now, poison weapon is a time-honored human trick. This is not...
Human trick, not orc trick.
Well, something's got to compensate for the fact that they're
there.
Taller, stronger.
Now, Caster will take out his blade. Will this blade be okay in the duel?
That should be fine.
Depends on how hard the other guy hits and with what.
And I was like, he earned it. We killed that dragon fair and square for that really cool frost.
You may use whatever blade you want. If that is your blade, that is your blade.
Also,
I fight with tooth and claw.
Okay.
Well, keep in mind, this isn't the magic blade we got from the white dragon. it has the traits of it. This is actually my
Own
signature
personal
weapon
forging.
with the traits.
Oh, that's
of the
right.
flask.
That's right. Yeah, you forged that blade out of existence and into your blade. I forgot about that. Yeah.
During the downtime, a caster went on to Forged in Fire, put on by the History Channel, and walked away with that blade.
Yep.
Well, he fights with a polearm, you see.
Oh.
So he could hit you from back here. Even approaching him will be an issue. With his strength, he'll keep you at distance and cleave you into nothing if you misstep once.
I gotta drive it in close and fast.
Good
Got it.
strategy.
We know what weapon he's going to be fighting with?
He would not use the term, but based on the description, you'd know it is a halberd.
Sick. I love the Minecraft music.
It's
Alright.
Dorwit, which is a weird city building strategy game thingy.
Oh, all right.
You know what's
I'm
weird
for
is
it.
the music stopped for me now. I didn't even notice.
It's because you're having tense negotiations.
Yeah.
You can get in under his guard. It should be basically over, but that's going to be
Now the
the
music's
tricky
back.
part, I suppose. Well,
Well,
good luck tomorrow, caster.
Yeah.
So-
Thank you.
So I, being a rogue and having like sneak attack and stuff, I know where all like the stabby points are. So, like this is the best place to stab someone.
I'll
This
let
is a
you
really
all roll aids to try and give him hold before the fight.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you're gonna want some hold for this.
Yeah, you're gonna
that's-
need the hold.
That's a beautiful way to do it, sir.
It's that way you but I invoke the advice. And
So anime, dude.
it is so power of friendship and corny, but that's the point. You know?
That's are we gonna roll for?
You roll 8,
will
right?
Describe how you would aid when the time comes.
Oh, okay.
So
Ignore
I
that aid
will
roll.
tell you. So you say I'm going to do blah 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 before the fight, and then I'll let you have your pre-fight prep, epic speech. 4 hold goes to the caster, the fighter, and yeah.
Are
And
we
I will
rolling
say
for the hold now or later?
We're gonna roll for at the time, and I
Okay.
will say the first time the hold could be used, it needs to be used because I don't want you just hold it
Yeah,
back
that makes
out,
sense.
because that's in my mind kind of lame.
Kind of bullshit.
Yep.
What sort of dungeon master nonsense?
Well,
Yeah. So like I said,
he
I'll
finishes
sit
making
down.
the potions and comes back with 3 vials of blood, each vial clearly having stuff moving inside.
Oh yay!
All right. So we're gonna take one, wrap it, in so it doesn't get messed up, and put
Okay,
that
who
on.
wants to carry them? Is the question I'm gonna ask.
We're gonna put them on. Or I guess we'll put them on donkey. That's probably the safest spot, so it's not in combat.
Who?
I think
What
Queen
character
Ration's
with
the
an
third.
inventory wants to have them on their sheet? Is what I should be asking.
Why doesn't donkey have an inventory?
Because it's an
Good
NPC
question.
stat block.
Oh,
Oh,
poor
yeah,
donkey.
you're right.
I guess so. Put them on me, and we'll count. We'll say they're on donkey.
All right, and you can feel free to read them. I'm going to drag it into your equipment section because I made it so I could drag it in.
You are super fancy and really good at this.
I did some prep time.
This guy preps.
What?
I'll put it in the chat. The one who drinks the
Oh.
potion feels acute pain as all their organs rip themselves apart to be built again anew.
Well, that's
The unfortunate victim of this concoction makes a defy danger constitution move. 2 random abilities on a failure, 1 on partial success, no ability on a success. The victim takes 1d4 damage as a sign of what is to come. Moments later, they take 1d6 plus 1 damage. Shortly thereafter, they take 1d8 plus 2 damage. If they survive the ordeal, they may recover body parts that were lost, but the damage and ailments remain.
Those heal naturally, right? Like those aren't permanent.
Those heal naturally, yeah.
Okay, so like,
You gave me the heads up on this because you were like, "Is this fair?" And even just like reading it again, I'm like, "This is so brutal."
it is. It's brilliant though.
Yeah.
I want there to be a definite cost to doing this
There
way.
is a cost of doing business. That is for sure.
And I think the description warrants the power.
No, that's beautiful. Like that's basically like it's a regeneration potion that could kill you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
and
that's
that was the goal.
I think that's
As
awesome.
it happens, it seems reasonable to assume that regrowing limbs kind of sucks ass.
I'll be stealing this
Yeah,
for my own games.
absolutely.
There
Yeah.
Do you,
'Cause, like,
so
Also, I should go into detail on the creation of this potion in the lore if one of you wants to watch over as they do this. Because, like, they're not going to shoo you away if one of you wants to know.
I mean, if they'll let us,
Well, I
mean,
definitely want to know. I want to
Okay.
know how to make
Yeah.
potion of regrow limbs, man.
yeah.
So you can see that they take the blood, they combine it, they put in healing magic and harm magic into it,
Lovely.
and let it regenerate off of both of those together
Oh.
to create its own form of unlife within the thing, and then slowly roast it over the fire to get rid of the troll's natural regen, so that way it can perfectly concoct into the potion.
All right,
That's
seems
metal.
reasonable.
And,
I like it.
and that's how it's made.
That was Fantasy How It's Made with Sean.
Yep. So,
All right.
you have the troll's essence in your inventory now. It does
Something-
enough to potentially one-shot some of you.
Mm-hmm. What is it? It's 1d4 and then 1d6 plus 1 and then 1d8 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's the same average as 3d6, which is 10.5 on average.
Yeah, but on a crap night,
On a crap night, that is 10 plus that's 17 plus that's 21 damage on a crap night.
That's
Which means I
death.
could take
can you live through 21 and still stand? Okay, so you can get your arm back at the end of this for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted the troll's
I got
essence to be a
22. I can
definite
live through that.
thing. Yeah. And one of Tabletop Bro's
wait,
suggestions
hold
to
on.
change this was he didn't want all the damage to be front loaded because it used to do all that damage all at once.
Yeah.
But it's basically
Oh,
wrote so
actually-
there's time between so you can drink a healing potion.
It is possible that I die, because if I get a partial success and get a random ability and it hits my constitution, then I die.
Ooh.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So, that's fun.
Does the sickly thing decrease your HP?
Well, I'm pretty sure, because it's...
I don't know.
I don't think it
everything
does. I
involved
think
in
it just
that score.
reduces all of your rolls.
I think
Yeah,
it
just
really
reduces
is.
It's a
rolls.
modifier stuff.
I think, yeah.
Anyway,
Dang.
so Troll's Essence is not something to mess with.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I wasn't planning on losing any limbs, so...
Yeah, you shouldn't,
No
because
one
that's how
ever
you get them
plans on
back.
losing limbs.
I'm telling
If
you
you
right
were
now.
to feed this to a child, they would probably just die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you
yeah.
drink it,
Don't leave it out.
The orcs will drink this in ceremony to
I-
see if they can survive the ordeal, and if they have been chosen to be in the Great Claw's fold because they have faced death and survived.
That makes sense.
Oh.
I love Big Mac. Like, out
Sorry,
of
yeah,
the
I don't know where
blue,
that came from.
He's just like out of the blue. He's like, if you feed this to a child, the child's head will explode and kill everybody in a 6-foot radius. And you're like, dude, that's awfully specific. You're like, I know. This is my second time doing it.
Potion of Perils of the Warp.
Yeah, it's nothing like a good Perils of the Warp roll. That was just
Alright.
awesome. Like,
Pop some heads off.
the
End of
best part
Kingsman.
is just Matt was so casual about it. He was just like, yeah, dude.
It was, you know what? I said it totally honestly too. It was like a revelation to me. I'm like, oh damn! If I fed this to a kid, it'd die. I better leave the child cap on it.
I mean, the truth be told, that applies to a lot of things: cactuses,
Yeah.
cats.
And you remember
You
how
know,
I said you got
Greyhound.
easy with the troll's blood? You didn't take the 1d8 plus 2,
Oh,
because you avoid direct ingestion.
Oh,
I see.
Oh.
Right. All right. Well, you know what? Seems like we have established that this potion, don't drink unless you really have to.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Caster wants his arm
if we
back.
find a weak enemy, we could use this to poison them, essentially.
That's true.
Well,
I didn't even think of that application. That's
It is a
genius.
high potency
That's
poison.
terrifying.
However, as an injury poison, it just does the 1d4 plus 1d6 plus one thing.
Ah,
As
So
an
you have to
injury
get them
poison.
to drink it.
You need to get them
Gotcha.
chugged in order for the full effects.
All right.
And even then,
well,
it might only be the 1d4 if it's a glancing blow. Like,
seems-
and
I was
there's
just
a
thinking of
delay
shoving it down
built
throat.
in. So it isn't. It's a big deal, but it isn't game breaking big deal.
okay. So do you guys think we'll have to parlay with this guy before the duel?
we should have a go at parlaying at least.
All right, I'm gonna pass
Yeah.
out some halfling pipe leaf to everybody just in case.
Oh,
If you got a parlay, stop for a smoke break with him first.
Oh, let's chill.
Oh yeah. So Swing, my brother-in-law wants to know, does it only heal wounds or does it make you whole? So if you were born without an arm,
Ooh, that's a
would
good
it
question.
fix your arm if you drank it?
That's a good question.
Depends on how the Great Claw is feeling that day.
All right, it's good to know.
Because usually people that were born weak are too scared to drink the troll's essence.
I mean, yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
That's my opinion on it, and that's as far as I'm going to state it. It's nobody's really tried that in detail.
As far as we know.
Yeah. Also, I wrote down the price of the troll's essence per dose, and you have 3 doses.
Hey.
So it's worth 150
Very cool.
gold. Those 3 doses.
God damn.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we need 2 of them because we
Yeah.
need one for caster and one for settler. Which means we have one in case somebody, gets
I'm gonna
mauled or
start
mutilated.
dropping
If the price
people
is right, though.
down.
I'm kidding. I would not. I have no stake in this game.
Not just that. I mean,
Not with that attitude.
you're a plant fling, a plant tiefling. I don't think you care about money.
I really don't have much use for material goods. I also don't eat or sleep.
Dude,
Druids
that's
are
that's
awesome.
some real Sigma shit. Just always on the grind.
Yeah, dude. You should see the amount of DoorDash money Maladar makes. For real though, he
you
gets
should be able
crazy
to move
cardio
over
walking up the
to
steps to all the trees.
No, I bet.
the other map. I can just play the normal one for now.
Oh, I can see the map that we're on now.
Yeah.
I'm spooked.
Exiled Great Claw, rope, Skedios.
Are you able to force pull?
I can force pull over to. I force pulled everybody. I'm just gonna let it load for a little bit.
Okay.
I would like to not be here. Like before we approach, I would like to turn into like a wasp.
Okay, you do so.
Malagar's like, dude, so remember that offer where like I didn't have to do this? Yeah. So
You're taking it,
about
and
that.
You notice
I'm still gonna be here, to help if something does go down. But I didn't live to be 150 years old by not running away.
Like off in the distance, Malakar's like this big on the horizon, and you see him like cheering us on.
Just you're doing great.
All right.
I got gray screen of doom.
I was able to flip the map and go over, but it doesn't seem like it force pulled me in.
Yeah, I can try and force pull everybody again. Pull, 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 pull. Oh, I can see the bar moving on Ronald's side.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Okay.
Ooh boy, that's a lot of guys.
Oh,
so you can see.
Oh Jesus.
There are
be fine.
a lot of orcs.
What's that?
And
One
around him, you notice that there's a
dragon
lot of
zombie?
the smaller orcs that you've interacted with, or orcs of the same rank and status that you can tell by their outfits and overall demeanor. But then you can also see some orcs that have been mutated with other beasts standing behind him. And to top it all off, a dragon which has been raised from the dead.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Now-
We can take them.
Yeah, this is why we
Rick.
do the duel.
This
If
is
I
why you
re-
take the duel offer.
Yeah.
I remember correctly, that dragon is an abomination to everything that Settler believes in.
Correct.
Because it's dead, not dead.
Yes.
Dead, not dead.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people are on the border between life and death, which Stellar would find as an abomination, which should
Oh
not
God,
stand.
I'm really glad he's not here because there'd be no restraining him.
No, he would probably die from just going apeshit.
Okay.
Oh, you all see this on the horizon? You're still outside of the area where they can see you. So,
Right.
I'm going to let all of you do your motivational speeches at this time.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Caster's just like, we've got this. We've
Andrew
got
knows
this.
nothing of anatomy, so I'm just going to give him a breakdown of these, the smallest cut here, stab straight through here, stab up under the breastbone, up under ribs. You don't want to stab straight, ribs deflect blades. I'm going to give him the here are the best organs to stab people in.
I'm gonna give him well, here's the thing, Caster. You may die. But if you do, I will probably win the Pulitzer telling your story. And
You'll
a
make
lot of people will know. And yes, I will get back to your parents.
Perfect. That's all that I need.
I will find them, and they can read my Pulitzer Prize winning article on Caster, the man who fought death and lost. But you're not gonna lose. But just in case you do. But it's not gonna happen. So you'll be fine.
Yeah. That definitely put me at ease.
Well, you're gonna do just great, buddy. I believe in you. Just in case. I'll stop.
It just felt like I need some more high energy music.
This is like your jam, dude.
I was just trying to read this.
Okay, that's fair. Technically, you need to roll plus whiz to get into shape, but you'd have plenty of time, and there's no time pressure, so I'm going to say you just managed to do that a lot of the time. Because if I'm having you roll unnecessarily, it's just annoying, and it has you level up super fast.
Okay.
So, that's my opinion. Okay. So, who else is going to try and help?
Hey, what special ability does my bee form or my wasp form have? I don't want to be a bee. They die when they sting. I want to be a wasp.
Your wasp form, it gives you the ability to be less noticed when you're flying, and a poisonous sting attack.
All right, cool. My plan to aid is to buzz around the opponent's face annoyingly.
There we go.
If it is found out that the bee is trying to do that and was a person, that would invalidate the duel.
Yeah, so don't.
Okay. Well,
But if it goes,
my idea.
sideways, sting somebody in the eyeball.
Go sideways, I'm turned into a rabbit and I'm out of here.
Well, you know what they say: honor among employees of Arbarian Whitlock and other people they meet along the way. That was dumb.
Yep. And with that, unless there's any other advice, Castor is gonna go ahead and step in.
Wait a minute, one more thing, Castor.
Oh God.
A wise man once told me, Seamus, don't be shit. And so now I pass that along to you. Castor?
Also, take this
Okay,
pipe weed in
Seamus,
case he
don't
wants
be
to
shit.
smoke
Don't be
with
shit.
you.
Got it. Seamus, don't be shit. Got it.
Don't be Jameis, just remember
I'll let
We
you
had to
guys
talk about
cheer
where to
from the
stab people.
background to
Yes.
try and do AIDS.
Oh my god.
Literally
I do have
power
a piece
friendship
of
Yu-Gi-Oh
advice.
type stuff.
I'm realizing. Caster, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get up real close. You're gonna cut his legs off and push him into the fire.
That's
Look,
very
That's
honestly, that's a
solid.
really good plan. Castor,
If I
Look
get
at me.
into that situation, I will.
Look, this.
are your knees weak? Are your arms heavy?
Mom spaghetti?
I don't
You got
see
this.
any vomit on your sweater already. You got this.
Okay.
You're in a duel. The way you win a duel
When you
is
want
do
to begin
more
your
violence
approach,
than the other person.
simply move your token.
So simple.
Do as
so
much
elegant.
violence as you can in as little time as possible. And you'll come out the other side okay.
Oh, that's the quote of the night.
Mm-hmm.
How you win a fight.
The way you win a duel.
Do more violence in a quicker period of time.
Okay.
I needed that. Let's see how this goes. Come on, folks.
They'll
was
look at
abrupt.
you. The aura identified you as hostile.
Let's
I'm
see.
here to claim a duel.
It's time to duel.
And you
Sunday,
think
Sunday.
you're going to be a match for me? Who the hell do you think you are?
A friend of your brother.
A weakling who's friends with a weakling.
I mean, there's only one way to prove it, and that's with a duel.
Fine. Come, step inside the arena. And I am now going to play translated Orcish war songs for everybody.
No, God.
And the play is called Fighting the Great Claw.
I really
What's your
hope
opening
that it's-
move?
My opening move would be trying to rush around the circle and just get an initial strike off.
Go ahead and try and roll hack and slash.
No.
No.
There's
No.
wait.
As soon as you run around to here, he sees you coming in, swings down the halberd, knocks you in the shoulder for 9 damage that ignores armor.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Do you have that fighter thing where you can shed a point of armor and reduce the damage to 0?
No. And also, he's forceful.
Oh god.
Maggie.
You are now in the fire.
Okay. I take that.
He
That's
just
what the 2
Throws
damages.
back the halberd and just laughs at you.
Oh. Stabbing in the dick.
I'll stand up out of the fire, swing
You
the
have it.
sword through the fire, trying to kick some embers up into his
Very cool.
face as I try and go in for a different strike.
Roll hack and slash.
I'm
Yeah.
going to look around. Any chance the smiles of death is here anywhere?
Be very
Sorry,
clutch.
give me.
You
half
don't
a
see it
second.
anywhere.
Unfortunately, I have to step away for a second.
No problem, man.
Alright.
We'll pause it for a second.
This is the anime flashback.
Yep. So Matt, where are you from?
I'm from the Midwest. I'm in Ohio right now, but I grew up in Louisiana.
Ah, very cool, very cool. I'm in Pensacola, so I have a lot of friends over in Louisiana
Oh,
and
cool.
the whole coast, the whole Gulf Coast area.
Yeah, it's a great place to live.
I do not like Pensacola. not my favorite place to live. I lived in Columbus for 5 years, and that was nice.
I have a
Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus. Never mind. Very different.
Wrong.
Columbus.
Yeah, wrong Columbus. Yep, Columbus, Georgia.
I lived in Columbus. Now I live in Cleveland, but I come back down to Columbus pretty frequently. See my family and friends. It's only a couple hour drive.
Yeah.
Everything cool, dude?
Yeah, my roommate's dad just stopped by.
Okay, cool.
And
Ah.
I had
Well,
to
that's
get the
good. Then
door.
I'm gonna get back to where we were.
All right.
Yes.
So Castor was having an anime flashback.
Yeah.
And you come out of the flames, scoop some of it up on the blade, toss it in, as you do a whirl around, and cleave him into his chest. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry.
You know, I'm fine with the zoom in on you, because,
Yeah,
We
but it
don't
didn't
really
actually
matter right
roll.
now.
gonna put the stream zooms there.
That might be slightly wrong, so hold off on
And I'm
this.
pretty sure you also have one piercing, or whatever.
Two
right?
piercing.
2 pierce. Okay, so that pierces through all of his armor, and he just takes the 9 directly to the face.
Oh. Let's go. I gotta
However,
change the Sad Boy Naruto soundtrack to the Hype
after-
Naruto soundtrack.
With that cut in his chest, you can see him flare up with rage, but he can't quite get a good glimpse at you. So he just glances you with a kick that sends you flying backward, but doesn't actually do any damage.
Ooh.
Just trying to get some distance.
Well,
Well, at least I'm out of the fire.
maybe a little bit damage.
Okay.
You
Your
got,
armor
to, you, got
takes
to,
the brunt of it.
you got to keep armor on that one. That was handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you can see he's getting serious.
He wasn't serious
He put-
beforehand?
He wasn't serious beforehand. Now his halberd is actually presenting a point to you. Its top spike is constantly facing you.
Ruh-roh.
Okay.
Side tackle. Don't do that. That was a terrible idea. Do not do that.
What I will do is I want to take the advice from the orc beforehand that in the other camp
Yep.
on maybe some of the tactics that he may have relayed over to me
Sure.
on how
I'll let
to
you get-
get in close when it's pointed directly at you.
He said that as just charge in, hit the axe aside, and just try to end it in a single blow. But you're not sure how well that will work here. But unless you have
Well,
any better ideas,
Yeah, I
it
don't
seems
have
like
any
he's
better
going
idea.
to charge you
No.
next. So,
Yeah, I will go ahead and do that. Rushing
Alright.
in, try and knock it to the
go
side
ahead
as
and
I
roll
can.
hack and slash.
There we go.
And you charge directly in next to him. Knocked aside his blade, got another cut like on his neck.
Oh, let's
Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go.
When you beat
That's
him, you
damage.
should just pick up his weapon and break it over your knee because it's an inferior weapon.
Fuck yeah.
And now he's badly injured. And with the halberd already pulled up, he's then going to choke up and come down and swing at you as if it was an axe.
As
How
he's
are you
coming
responding?
down, I want to roll to the side to try and get up behind him.
Go ahead and roll the fire danger dex.
Are you going to do that thing that they always do in books when the guy's arm is up? You're going to roll along his the blind spot in the arm?
Yes.
There we go. Let's go.
So his axe swings into the ground, but he sees you start to move. So again, he picks up his leg and stomps down on you as you're rolling, catching the back of your ankle. For another,
17 points of damage. I'm just kidding.
and this will be affected by armor. So
Essentially null then.
But yeah. Now you're in close and behind him.
Good call, Olympus.
But you are prone.
I
You're
am
still
prone.
on the ground.
But his foot is on top of me.
Yes.
So I would assume that I would be able to extend towards his gut. I don't know what type of armor he's wearing.
Most of the armor is covering shoulders, head up. So the area you're at has a pretty low amount of armor.
Okay. So I will aim to strike there, and using hold, I can use the hold from
Milburn.
Milburn. Thank you.
Use the organ stabby. Do I have to roll now?
No, I'm just gonna let the hold happen.
Okay. This is where the liver is. That's a 10!
Go ahead and roll your damage.
This is where the liver is if you're stabbing from the low angle. This is where the artery is in the thigh if you're stabbing from a low angle.
That's 7 damage.
2 piercing.
He's still up.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
And now you die. As he raises up the halberd, you see there's a spike on the bottom end of it that you didn't prepare for. And he's going to try and stab it down through your torso.
I'm going to try and just squirm. Like, obviously I'm still pinned, but just kind of squirm to the side so that when he strikes down, he's striking right behind me.
Go ahead and roll plus dex.
When the lean, the standard, like, the fight where the guy moves his head a little bit and the spike hits the ground. Oh, no.
No!
Oh, no.
No! Oh, come on. I mean, it's XP, but...
Go ahead and mark your XP.
You know?
did.
Might just be your
I
last.
believe it's time to take a last whisper.
Oh, no.
Well, let's see how much damage he rolls. He could roll crappy damage.
That's true.
Gaster's got 7
you're
hit
at
points left.
7? Okay, if he rolls a 1, you're still up.
Oh!
Okay.
Well, go ahead and roll your last whisper.
The last
As you
breath,
can feel
right?
the fogs of death coming in.
We
You
just
swear
watched
you
that
see something
spike.
on the distance.
Oh, man.
Something big out in the distance.
Cut a deal. Cut a deal with the Death Claw. With the
So-
Great Claw.
So I have a question. I was clicking it to do it. It's asking for a bonus.
Just put it in its dex. I think it's thematic.
What? Let me just double check.
X of 0. Got it.
Yep.
No, it's just just roll nothing plus nothing.
Yeah.
That doesn't care how tough or cool you are.
Yeah, I was just weirded out that it asked for the bond or modifier for this last breath.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Ah!
But here's the thing. You're in the Great Claw's Sacred Circle, in a fight for the title of Great Claw, and the Great Claw is presiding over you as you die. It's the Great Claw's turn to make a move. You're dead.
Ooh.
But that doesn't mean you can't live. You are no longer a human.
Okay.
You are now
Stop playing
undead.
Dark Souls.
I am now undead, is what you said? Sorry.
You are now undead.
Okay.
No, that's my B.
And with undead, I'm going to replace your ancestry benefit in Foundry to can no longer be healed by holy magic,
That sucks. Holy magic.
which is a big downside.
gluing the party together.
You now gain some of the Great Claw's magical power.
So in my head, I just picture the great, like he tries to roll sideways and the Great Claw like pierces him like through both lungs and pins him to the ground, right? And then there's that moment where he dies and then we like he changes into the undead. And I just picture you like grabbing the halberd and pulling yourself, you know,
I was
like pushing
just
the
about to
Let me
halberd.
describe this. Because the Great Claw, in its move, rips the sword with your arm attached to it, and runs its teeth through the blade, having it grow in size with the molten streak of magma coming through. And you can hear the soul that used to be in the blade start to get ripped out of its place. As you're left with a molten blade. And let's just say, things are going to get messy from here on out.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are you saying that his molten blade has the messy tag?
I am.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well,
Let's see Paul
So
Allen's
pulling
blade.
him down, you
God.
well actually I can't pull him down and
You
That's
are
one.
allowed to be up with 1 HP, and you have some other benefits for a little bit. You come back impaled on the halberd, but you no longer feel pain.
you know what I'll do is I'll partially stand up, going up through the halberd
Sick.
to
Absolutely.
reach up towards him and just strike with the new blade.
You can see true fear appear in his eyes as you strike down. You get an automatic 10 here.
Sweet.
Sick.
Well, I mean, he's like, I won the fight, and then the dude just stands up through
This
the
dude
like,
stands
the
up, still impaled, and then starts fighting more.
Yeah, that's pretty anime.
I mean,
All
it
right.
does still have the piercing, so
It
it's still
does. What body part do you want to remove now?
one of his legs.
Let's go.
And as you stand up, you cleave off one of his legs. That throws him off balance, and the spear comes out of your chest.
That's
And you notice
good.
as you look down, your blood is thick like tar.
Ugh.
Gross.
Well, that's certainly different, but I don't really have time to worry about that right now. As he's knocked off balance,
Mm-hmm.
on like the backswing coming down from that strike, getting his leg, just trying to pierce through his torso,
All right.
and I assume hack and slash.
Go ahead and hack and slash. Go
That's
ahead.
an 11.
And roll your damage.
Low damage rolls. That is 4 damage.
What was it?
Oh, okay.
You have the Great Claw's magical aid.
Oh,
As you see him fall to the ground before perishing.
Let's go.
like we're all just kind of like sitting there, like everybody's quiet, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
There's stunned silence.
I don't
for a
think
hefty amount of
Seamus
time.
cheers at all. I think Seamus is just like,
I'm gonna nudge you back, and you should probably start writing that down.
uh-huh.
And as you find yourself wondering why, you hear a voice echo in your head.
Okay.
Did that work?
I thought I heard something, but it was very quiet.
Sadly, it's just going to be that quiet.
Okay.
It's turned all the way up, but
Someday I'll be gone.
anyway, it is Dorwit's voice saying, "To you, I'll be gone before you will."
Oh,
this is fate
you
fulfilling his prophecy.
son of a bitch!
This is what it means.
You crazy, crazy clown. You iconic. I was trying to think of an alliteration. Oh man.
Hey,
Castor stands up, holding the leg of the previous chieftain, and declares that This is the way of the Great Claw.
And upon the announcement, it reappears.
Is it really that big?
Yes.
Let's get bigger.
So Milburn, in the middle of his hooping and hollering, because he's like, "Yeah, suck it!" You know, like he's just, yeah, like he is super excited. And then that thing appears, and he's like, "Blah!"
And you see it as a gyrating mass of different animals and body parts. And it shambles around by growing new limbs with each step as they reform back into its body and turn to bones as they go along.
Gross.
Not a fan.
And you can see all of the orcs with demon blood mixed in start to back up, and even the dragon that was mindless walks away in fear. As the Great Claw comes up,
Well, that's a lot of
folds it
dice.
and just begins to crush its neck into its body. And it's just going to keep on pushing.
Ew.
It's enjoying this.
I
as it folds its spine like a lawn chair.
I think we're done here, guys. We should leave.
Oh, we should probably go.
Master.
Yeah.
I'll like grab the little wasp, put him in my pocket. Let's go.
And you hear it announce, "You will be ruled by mages now. Might is not the answer anymore."
This
Before
seems
vanishing.
worse.
Oh God, that puts Dorwit in charge.
Not if we leave. Not if we
leave.
get out of here real quick.
And I think that leaving is a good answer for that. So,
let's book it.
Yeah. No.
Battle.
I'm
Get
like
gone.
I'm gonna like high five one of the orcs on the way
I'm
by.
dead.
We did it. They're dead. He's dead. Y'all are in
Let's
charge
go.
now.
Cue the Scooby Doo, like the Scooby Doo noise, that like the like you know what I'm talking about. Reggie. Oh, that was pretty close.
So I'm just going to quickly make one more spell for the fighter. Because the being undead just gives you access to some weak spells.
Like it.
Oh, that looks fun.
Oh my God. That was awesome.
That was pretty
I'm
metal.
reading over those spells now.
So, if you guys keep going, that's fine. I think this is a good place to stop, and I'm getting a really bad headache.
All right.
I don't know why.
I was just going to hand wave the travel as you get back to town and then
I'm
call
fine
the
with that.
session.
Okay, I'm good with that. I don't know why.
It's
I
probably
would
the
like to
spinning.
maybe do like a couple things in town, but you don't need to be there for
Yeah.
that.
No. If we're wrapping it up, that's fine. But
Yeah,
no,
it's
like
gonna be
last time we
wrapping
went
up
like
stuff.
another hour or so last time.
Yeah, that's because I wanted to get to here.
Right. So yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, so let's head back. Let's go. And as basically as we're heading out, like as I high five one of the orcs, I'm like, none of this would have happened if Settler hadn't sent us. So just remember that name. Then we're out.
I mean, Settler wouldn't have sent us if we hadn't. So I think
For the other orcs that are there, were they undead as well, or are they just?
No. They were combined with demon blood, but the Great Claw still saw them as abominations and executed them properly.
Okay,
I do not believe you want me to go into the graphic detail of how that happened.
Nope, I am good. I was just curious because there were a ton of smaller ones.
So every orc in that circle that was there when we arrived is dead by the time it's done.
All of the major corrupted ones are dead.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
The Great Claw is
Wow.
now back on its ancestral path. And there you go.
I will make my way away
Uh-huh.
with my 1 HP.
Mhm.
As he's walking by, I'm gonna take a glance up at him and be like, "You don't look so good. You look like death warmed over."
I mean, I don't feel anything.
I think you're
I
dead.
feel like that's probably a symptom. Wait, sorry. I feel like that's probably a symptom of death.
When you die, I don't think you feel anymore.
All right, I'm gonna hand wave the travel, and
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
not
try
gonna-
and load the tavern map.
I'm
gonna
gonna
put a
buy a
hand-
whole
Yeah.
bushel of apples.
Actually, I'm just gonna load up the overall map that we have for the town.
I wonder if the troll potion will restore your arm. It's not healing magic.
That's a
It's
good
true. It's sort of the opposite of healing magic in a lot.
It is.
Depending
It's
on
a very
your point of view.
physical way of healing magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but keep in mind, we know that the troll potion does damage as it's rebuilding.
It's true.
So no, you're not gonna drink it at 1.
Although, Death has said that you aren't able to die. How much do you want to tempt fate?
Sure, I'll tempt fate.
Oh God.
Caster's
Yeah,
out there trying to make
baby.
it big and also help with that Pulitzer Prize.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
And as you drink the potion, the world around you fades to nothingness. As you stare into the black void.
As I'm staring into the black void, I just go, hello?
And
Is
then
it
you
me
see it
you're looking
appear.
for?
In the glimpses around it, you can see the beginnings of the form of the Great Claw. You may ask your questions.
Can I get my arm restored?
As you look down, the arm's already back.
Oh, well. Huh. That makes that easier.
I just kind of rotate it.
It functions
Flex it a
as you'd
little bit.
expect.
Yeah. That was a lot faster than I was expecting. Am I cursed to forever be this way?
And then you hear Cass's voice again echoing in your head. I'll be gone before you will.
I mean, Dorwit's voice, I assume. Yeah.
Dorwit's voice, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
I was
I'm-
like, my own voice.
I'm
Weird.
Yeah. But again, your mind drifts back to that conversation.
Okay.
You have one final question.
I'm at a loss if anyone else has a suggestion.
Is this
I
all
don't know.
happening? Is this real or is it all happening in my head?
It's all happening. You don't know.
Just because it's happening in your head doesn't mean it is real.
That is
Thank
also true.
you for getting the alley-oop on that I dished up.
Okay.
I totally
What
pulled that scene up
I
because that's what
have?
this is reminding me of.
Is what is your desire of me?
Become greater. And with that, it vanishes.
Damn, I
Huh.
didn't realize that the Great Claw is actually just an abusive parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so that is their god of death. Did it live up to expectation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it did.
It definitely did some deathing while it was around.
It did
Yeah.
do some deathing.
It consumed, it conglomerated the
Mhm.
other bodies.
Also, I did fully stat block it out, and it is just a pile of traits stacked on top of each other.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, you don't
The
want to
god of
fight
death.
God.
Yeah, like come on now.
Yeah, it's not a fight.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, not do it. Not do it. It's gonna go down.
Well, anyway,
Not yet.
Sure.
So I come back from the fading of black
Yep. Completely conscious, arms restored.
Yeah. Yeah, I have an arm again.
Nice.
More questions and answers.
Yep.
And once again, you just see Seamus just arm again. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And what did you see exactly?
I'll go on to describe just the void.
Pulitzer, here I come. Man battles death and dies, comes back.
Finishes the fight.
It was a duel to the after death, I guess.
To the pain.
He died. I got better.
The purpose
I
of
just
that
want to.
ritual.
I just want to say, Maladar really thinks this whole thing was some bullshit. Evil Death God can step in, bring you back to life, slaughter everyone in the arena, but a wasp stinging you in the face—that's against the dueling rules.
Or poison.
That's because the
No
purpose
higher
of the
power.
duel is to determine who the Great Claw favors.
Ah,
The Great Claw directly intervened. That's within the rules.
you know what? That makes sense.
Divine intervention.
When it's your fight, you can make the rules.
Exactly. It's
So
the Great Claw's fighting pit in the Great Claw's territory. For who gets
that
hold of
makes
the title Great
sense.
Claw.
Trying to get the favor of the Malakar, you can make the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Jaina.
Well,
Anyway,
going
I
back
am now
to
going
town.
to activate Boundary and start pulling people over.
Going all the way back to Boundary.
I'm just gonna hand wave over the travel because I don't think it is very important compared to whatever just happened.
If only we had someone good at After Effects, we could have the like Indiana Jones, just like ding ding. Yeah.
Well, I see that it's loaded on that screen. Has not loaded on mine yet.
Loaded. I'm gonna go run to the Banya while it loads for
Alright.
everyone.
There it goes.
And will Maladar be sticking around?
What do you mean? Yeah, I would like to.
All right.
Yeah.
Then you can.
So you helped us out of a pickle, Maladar, when we needed it. Thanks for your guidance. We're not from here. We're traveling way back to the west. So I don't know if you have any ties holding you here, but I am sure that the people of Aubrey and Whitlock would gladly extend you a contract and get you on the payroll. Now, I know you don't really need money, but you can always barter for things that you do want. And, you know, your help was appreciated. You're more than welcome to go out into the world with us and do the weird shit we're going to be doing, like fight dragons, fight orcs,
He
watch
kind
your
of
friend come
cracks
back from the
a
dead.
big grin and he says, "By my shaggy bark."
All right. So yeah, he'll head back west with us.
All right. And there we go.
Yep. Sean, notably, I think I'm still on the Great Claw Camp map and not the town map.
Okay. I don't know if I clicked everyone properly, mostly because I have a cat who was tackling me while I was trying to move everybody.
Oh, that's fair.
Cat
She's
rolls a
very lonely
d6
because I'm the only one in the
claw
house, and I haven't fed her tuna yet, so she is very aggressive. I know.
My dogs are currently going bananas right now.
My cat is
you guys can
being
see
a
when they're out
good
the door.
cat.
Mm.
He's laying here nicely, not making a damn noise. It's look, I should take a picture because
Here we go.
it's a rarity.
You can stop headbutting me, cat. Anyway, so you get back home, and where are you guys going first?
Straight
Settler?
to Settler, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. To the tavern you go. I'm not going
That
to
would make
load up the
sense.
tavern map or anything. But as you go in, you can see all the patrons are buzzing around, and they are all sitting down with their meat on stick as they're eating it. So they're clearly got
Do
good
they
at
have
cooking
water?
during the time you were gone. They do have water.
That's what really
It's
matters.
good. I'm glad Kruger kept his word, because if he didn't, we were gonna have to go kill him.
At least I'm pretty sure he kept his word, unless Tabletop Bro wants to say that he didn't.
He did.
Okay. Yes, they have water.
The company is charging a premium, but you know.
How it does.
Well,
And you guys
They
are
didn't.
back.
He didn't have y'all go into that tomb and get that thing for charity. Let me tell you,
exactly.
This is true.
the wheels of capitalism turn ever onward.
Okay, so you're back there with
AFK a second.
all of your other stuff. And you go into the town.
Into the tavern.
Sorry, my
yes.
cat is really, really being obnoxious.
It's all good. If we need to, we can pick
No,
it up.
I'm fine. I'm just gonna hold her
Alright.
down for a little bit
All right.
because she's headbutting me.
Oh, classic cat move right
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so you go in. You see Settler with the chef's hat on in his chair, meat skewered in both hands as he's just slowly holding over the fire and turning them. And then you can see a bunch of seasoning to the left as he holds both meats in one hand for a brief moment, takes them off the fire, as he grabs a handful of seasoning and just rubs them down as they're rotating.
Oh, there we go. What a fucking unit.
And it smells really good. He didn't
I'll
even notice
approach-
you walk in.
I'll
'Cause he's
approach
just
Settler
so transfixed on his meats.
and
Smoking
just go,
these meats.
is that one for us?
Oh, hi. It can be. But you're probably gonna need to pay the boss.
Is Settler gonna change his name to Chef?
He might.
That's hysterical.
It is actually something that is on the tail for him because he might want a new name after this.
Mm. Yeah.
I will go ahead and pay the price for the food.
All right.
And just go, Settler, we have something very special for you.
Mhm. You got the troll's blood?
You had such a great moment for something hilarious there. You could have said, "You got the 11 secret herbs and spices."
I could have, but Settler will be very to the point.
No, you're
He
right.
has picked up
We got that and more.
human townsfolk speech patterns from being in the town for too long. He'll go back to being Settler after a week or two, though.
Okay. I will say that we got it back and more, and I'll summon my blade into my hand.
Oh. So Dorwit finally taught you some magic, did he?
You could say that.
Hmm.
Also,
Wait.
the Great Claw is...
He sniffs
great.
the air and turns around at you.
Yep.
You saw them.
Saw who?
The Great Claw.
Yes.
And I
Yes, we
sense that
saw
you
the
went further beyond the gate than I have.
Also, apparently I can't die anymore. So that's neat.
Settler is confused by the statement, but if it's the Great Claw's wish, he's not in a position to question that.
And Castor will turn back in, and we have a new member of our entourage. Well, a few.
Well, I take it you're also from the woods at that point? Elf?
Yes. That's all I have to say. Yes, I am from the woods. Do you have a problem with that?
None at all. I like your answer.
I speak for the trees.
I'll speak for the beasts.
He's made out of trees. And I'll poke him in the arm again.
And I'm made out of beasts, as he gestures to the meat.
Awesome.
That's so funny.
He's a guy. Well, does that mean you're also on the I only eat trees thing? Because that's always so annoying.
Oh no, I'm on the don't eat it all thing.
Oh.
The
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Guess force takes all kinds.
like a
Timeless
plant.
body and all that.
Just like sunlight, and he stands in a pool of water.
I see. Tree food.
That's my starter ability.
Yeah.
By nature sustained.
Awesome.
Well. My name right now is Settler. What's yours?
Maladar. I'm excited to be traveling with these new companions.
He puts out a hand to shake yours.
I shake it with my barky hands.
He grabs your barky hand really hard, and you can feel that, like, he's gripping it so that it might break a finger if you don't pull away.
Damn. I pull away.
And there he judged a lot of your character.
Ooh.
That's okay. I'll turn into a wasp and sting him.
In the eyeball.
Well, no, like somewhere where it wouldn't be too bad. Enough to sting, though.
Well,
Not
I
for
think-
today, though. I'll save that prank for some other time.
fair enough. Well, I think I better do my communing ritual then. I'll finish up these things of meat, and then I'll need to make you some meat, and then I can get to it.
All right. We're
I
here
need
to
to
help you if
plant
you
a
need it.
tree before I go to bed today. Anyone know a good place? I look at Settler when
Anywhere.
I
This
say-
place is desolate.
Yeah.
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 I mean, is there like a special place you want a special tree?
Honestly,
no-
wait, hold.
Nobody's gonna
honestly,
look at you and be
I'm,
like, "Are you talking about taking a shit?"
I'm surprised you. Oh my God, he's talking about taking a dump. So I was gonna say, if you, I don't know if you looked around at all,
Our special
but
tree place is over down the hall. That way, make a left.
Okay. No town square monument tree or anything. We'll just go down the hall.
No, this is not a civilized place.
Little tree room.
Yeah, little tree room. All
They
right,
have a
I'll
bunch of
take
mini
it.
tree rooms. It isn't as proud and mighty as the orc tree room.
Yeah.
the giant unnecessary D measuring contest.
Anyway, so Settler finishes up his cooking, goes to a spot where he can lie down for a while, asks for one of the doses of Essence of Troll.
It over.
You can see him take a deep breath in, breath out, undoes the cap, chugs it all in one, and just prepares for the worst.
Let's go.
And he will roll his Defy Danger Constitution. Yeah, that's Settler, all right. So he takes.
Oh God. Was ever thus.
And will take a good amount of damage and live. 5 HP, baby.
That's so close to. That's so much.
All
The
right.
Great Claw decided that he needed to take another D8 so that he wouldn't feel bad about himself. Otherwise, he would have felt like he got off too easy. And then you can see the legs shake around before snapping into hard locked figures.
Oh, yay.
And so it looks really terrible, but he gets up off the bed on his own 2 feet,
That's good.
puts the axe at his side, and then says, "You know what? I'm just gonna go back to bed."
I mean, you should. I
He
just
puts the axe
picture
down and goes out for the night.
I just picture his legs unfolding like those little things that you blow, and they're all
Yeah.
rolled up, and they it's like
Exactly.
That's so
A little
gnarly.
bit bodily humor.
yeah, like they and like Milburn's like and like walks out of the room. So they start doing that. He's just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Caster
there we
just
go.
turns. Is that what happened to me in the fight?
Yours wasn't that gross from outside of the other room.
Yeah. The essence of troll works by the essence of death, so it makes sense that a creature that has already seen death to that degree wouldn't be affected by it as much.
Oh my god. You just hear Milburn dry heaving from the other room. Like trying not to puke. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed now. You all can do what you please.
We'll
And he's
see you in the
out
morning.
like a light.
How are you so nonchalant about this?
There's just
You
another
met
day in the
him?
life of Settler.
I guess, but
Casually killed the wyvern. He casually killed the dragon. He
Okay.
casually regrew his legs.
all right. I see your point.
I just picture him the first time he runs into death. He's just gonna like DDT him.
Oh, he already ran into death. He did meet death before.
Yeah.
During the dragon fight.
Mostly fun.
Well, during the dragon fight and in his backstory before that, he's met death on several occasions.
Flirting with death. It's always a fun time.
Oh yeah.
That's why people go bungee jumping.
Anyway, I think that's what I'm going to call it for the session.
Cool.
All right.
I had a good
I'm gonna
time. Thanks for letting me come play with y'all.
I'm
Hey.
going to need
Yeah,
message
man.
Ronald to turn off the stream.
We do still have end of session wrap up stuff.
Oh, that we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah,
But that's super quick.
I was really excited about it because I can actually level up. So
Yeah,
Right?
that's fair. That's fair. Also, I want to say that I think that we should implement a rule because we have GMs rotating. That GMs can also partake in end of session EXP because I think that's a fun rule
I'm fine with that.
because they participated in the session.
That's fun. Okay. So,
I'm gonna ping the end of session move from Settler's sheet.
I do think we learned something new and important about the world.
Yes, we did.
I
Yeah,
could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did all too.
I
I
think
don't know
we
about
could-
looting a
I think we
memorable
say
treasure
about-
unless you count friendship. Am I right?
Friendship, the
That's gonna be a
Troll's
no
Essence,
for
and
the-
the new magical sword.
Yeah.
Oh, the sword. Yeah, duh.
So I think Caster needs a back massage for carrying the XP of this party, this session, because he
Right.
needed all of this.
So, how do I open my character sheet if I can't see my token?
Go to
In
the actors
top
tab
right,
at the top right. It looks like 3 little people between the fist
Oh.
and the briefcase.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes there.
All right.
There you
So,
go. No, you did a good job explaining it. I see it from the GM perspective, so I could not have given that level of detail.
Oh, fuck me. Let's go. Oh, barnacles. Wait.
All right. So.
Oh, I hadn't
that's-
seen Settler's picture until now.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
he is an orc.
That's all
Okay.
3. That's significant. Anyone got bonds?
I forgot what my fucking bonds are, and I didn't write them down like a donut.
You didn't write them
All right,
down.
and does anybody want to forge a new bond or anything with Settler?
I think I have a bond with Caster, and that I was gonna like pass on his story or whatever to his parents.
Yep.
Sean, did I,
think
make
that's resolved
progress on
now.
that?
I'll say that you resolve that. Yeah, 'cause
Let's
that's no
fucking
longer
go.
a
I'm level
thing.
2, bitch. Yeah.
Does anybody think of Settler differently after that?
I don't think so.
No.
Actually,
I think I definitely am more understanding of Settler's outlook on life
yes.
after talking with the Great Claw.
And
And
after
I
just
think
seeing
that-
Orc Society, seeing his shithead brother.
And I think
Yeah.
that also, I'm willing to resolve my bond with Caster, which is just mutual respect as warriors, Because now he has an inferiority complex, because you got the Great Claw's Blessing in a more direct way than he did.
That's reasonable.
And he beat your brother.
And he beat my brother, so now I need to find some way to redeem myself from that.
That's true.
Yep. And I think
I love
also
the killing the dragon. That doesn't equal out the dragon. That trumps the dragon.
In his mind, that is okay. So you took my biggest failure and made it your greatest win. So now I need to find something to top you.
It's all one-upsmanship.
Yeah.
This is great.
And one of my bonds was with Seamus, is that I wanted to teach Seamus the ways of the wilderness, as it were. And I think, given that we've just survived an arduous journey through miles and weeks of forest travel, I'd call that one resolved. Out the other end seems.
I like it.
And that puts me at 90 XP and lets me level up.
Yay!
I would like to forge a bond with Castor. Mine says the spirit spoke to me of a great danger that follows. And I think what I witnessed would incline Maladar to think something darker is coming.
That's a cool bond. I like
reasonable. Yeah.
Also, I want to ping out Settler's most recent move. If you thought that he was durable before, now he's that durable +6 attacks.
Oh yeah, you got the thing. Nice. Nice.
There we go.
So,
Do I get XP for forging the bond too?
You get EXP for resolving a bond, not forging.
Resolving,
I'm also going to
okay.
write down all my bonds for everybody else. So you should make your character as up to date as possible in Foundry.
Oh,
Because I can send the world files over to Tabletop Bro.
Makes sense. All right, Seamus, we've resolved that one.
3. So we get 3 XP for that, and then I did not do any sneaky sneak this time around, so that's 3 XP. Because it's your level +7, right?
Level +7.
Yeah.
I need 2 XP to level. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I
Next
gained
time.
a lot of XP that session.
You were rolling pretty horrible, dude.
Oh yeah.
You rolled
I'm
so
also
bad
gonna
you
force
died.
Yeah.
Yeah. You rolled bad in the absolute worst time to roll.
You rolled yourself right
That's
into
my
death.
that's my lot when I'm playing RPGs in general.
Mhm.
I'll roll minions as a GM, and they will get nat 20s left and right.
Yeah.
Big bad evil guy comes in, miss
Yeah.
after miss after miss.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And the trick to being a bad rolling DM, because I've been rolling bad for years. Again, 5 nat 1s in a row is my record with the dragon. The trick is make your players make saves. That's what I switched to. When I was still doing 5th edition, I just switched all my stuff. I switched it so I had to roll as little as possible. It was all my players going, I don't want to die, and then they felt stress. Because with me, my players are we're 3rd level and it's 5 ogres. Andrew, are you rolling your own dice tonight? Yeah. Oh, we got this.
Yeah, we're chill. We're chill. Everything is fine.
We got this.
Well, they always think I'm cursed in some way, or blessed dice in some ways. They're always like, this was a huge challenge because I'm putting them up. Last Wednesday, I put them up against essentially what was a honey badger, a large honey badger. And that almost TPK'd.
Wow.
Oh my god. Well, you know what they say, honey badger don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Does not.
that was the joke of the night. That and that one of the players isn't house trained.
Also, I'm going to just post all of Settler's bonds into the Dungeon World chat.
Smart.
See, none of my bonds really make sense for the party, and I'm trying to get a feel for everybody and write some bonds for everybody.
You and I have got one right now.
Did we make one?
You know what?
Yeah.
I have a bond with you again because you saved my life this time. Milburn.
Actually, I did save your life.
Yeah.
Because I said I owe you my life. So yeah, can I resolve that and get an XP?
Oh, I thought we resolved it that time. This is a new instance, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I've never saved your life before, did I?
I I think you did with the dragon.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I could have resolved it before. Okay, well, I'll resolve that. And now... So I've got everybody's character written down, and I have little notes about them. So I'm going to... This next week, I'm going to try and write some custom things and thinking about the adventures that we did. And I'm going to write up some custom stuff and pitch it to you guys. I'll pitch it in the chat.
Right. And you guys can
Dog's being weirdo.
argue with me about the bonds that I posted. But that is how Settler feels about all of you.
Written in character, I think.
As long as it's insulting to the prey animal of a halfling, I think it's going to be legit.
It is not. He spent more time in society. He's a changed man. Hashtag reformed.
Oh, look at that! I like that one. Yes, I can. So...
Settler's not going to outwardly say that.
Right.
He'll just ask questions every now and again.
No, and then you'll just watch me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, Austin, is that something you wanted to do? Like, where we bounce around?
I mean, yeah, if you want.
Now, again, this is just my opinion. I think the way it needs to work is you run a session. You know, you run a short story. Then, like, it bounced to swing. Then it bounces back to you for the short story. Then it bounces to the next person. Sure. You know what I mean? So that way, you know, we're all, you know, you get a session on, a session off, a session on, a session off. Yeah. And then you're, you know, and Seamus is still with us, you know, because he's got a lot more stories to record. But I just thought that'd be cool because I have actually been planning Milburns, and I pitched it to my group, my Tuesday night game.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Okay, that sounds pretty awesome."
Hell yeah!
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
and I'm excited because like if it's gonna be a social game, I think it'd be funny to have Settler in a situation where he completely cannot handle anything.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So remember, Milburn is from the city. So yes, it is going to be. Do you guys want a hint of what I have planned?
If you would explode without giving us the hint.
It is. I am planning a murder mystery.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I should let you know before you start planning too far ahead. There is a paladin part of the quest that says senses that pierce lies. So nobody will be able to lie to Settler, guaranteed.
Right, but there's always ways around it. Nothing is absolute.
That.
But yeah. So I'm planning a murder mystery.
That is a thing that will happen
at a gala, at like an art gala. So yeah. I pitched it to my... What's up?
You won't be able to find liars if you can't find the right people to actually ask the question.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. This is so much fun, guys. I really enjoy, like, literally, and Mika knows how much I enjoy this because she's like, "Babe, it's 6:00," and I'm like, "I know. We're trying to get the stream going." Like she's even keeping an eye out for me because it puts me in a good mood.
I guess this means I should start writing my. Once I have my turn up there. Gotta get to work on that.
Well, because I don't even know, was that intentional, Sean, that you wanted to tell your character's backstory, or that it just happened to work out well?
It just happened to be that like my character got disabled, and I wanted to have us visit his tribe at some point, so I manufactured the orc blood ritual thing as a reason for you to go there.
It's a good MacGuffin. I just thought
exactly.
I just think it's a really cool way to do it where, I'm sorry, my dog is being a weirdo. You literally see her right there. She won't come in, but she's going to bark at me because I won't leave the door open because we have air conditioning. And it's not even closed. It's just push to. She can nudge it open and walk in. But I thought it was neat that, because you kind of set that as, you know, each of us tell our characters stories.
Yeah.
Through these little side missions. And
yeah, he was like, he hit me up on Discord and he's like, "So here's the thing. I don't really want Settler to have no legs, and I also want to run Dungeon World." And I was like, "All
right." So then I'm like, "Here's my really weird solution to all of our problems."
Yeah, and I was like, "All right, man."
This was a ton of fun, and then we can just like again, once everybody goes through who wants to do something on their character's backstory, then we just cycle through again, and this time we just do. You know, a different story. We could do something else. So,
And I think Settler is a good place to start with character backstories because his would be so radically different than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think that as a tone setter, he says it needs to be radically different than a
Yep.
normal game. But
I like it.
and I think that that's a cool way to do that.
I'm excited. All right, I'm out, gents. I've already
All right.
taken
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna get
meds.
out of here too.
I'm taking some medicine for this headache, and it's not helping. So,
Yeah,
gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to join this game. Austin, thank you for telling me to go sign up for it, even though it was a long shot for me making it in.
Yeah.
Raul, I think the only reason I am here is because you couldn't make that night.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So whatever happened to you that night, thank you for that. I really appreciate you guys doing this. This really is like the highlight of my every other week. So I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Let's post it in the chat and see when we can do this again.
Make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Hasta luego.
Good night.
Yeah.